hate mid-tempo, the name. I can't bring myself to say it again.
You're gonna have to come up with your own name
Death
for it,
House.
man. Death House. I like that.
Yeah, Dark House.
Dark House.
Dark
Love that.
House.
And I was like, who is this guy? And then I look at him and I go, oh my God, that's Justin Bieber's pastor. The guy that went.
Yeah, and he showed it to me on
I was
your
like,
phone.
dude, that's Justin Bieber's pastor. Came to find out that he was a good friend of yours.
Yeah, one of the closest human beings to me on the planet.
Super cool guy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the XLNT Show podcast. My name's Danny Ferrari.
My name's Parker Ament.
My name is Frank, aka Ranks.
And we have a very special guest to hear. We have a very I'm really good at this intro thing. We have a very special guest, Alan, One True God. Thank you so much for coming in today, buddy. Woo! Yay!
Thank you for having me.
Yes, very excited to talk. We were just getting into a convo, and we had to stop ourselves and save it for the pod. Link in the description for the T-shirt. Pretty sure it exists now, right?
Yep. Yes, it does.
Definitely have a T-shirt now. By the time this comes out. But yeah, what the fuck were we talking about?
We were talking about Larry David.
Oh yeah, Larry David. So
Yes. My spirit animal.
Hold on, before we get to that, I just wanted to say, excuse the sunglasses. I recently woke up and it's very bright under the podcast lights.
Yeah.
So
You're excused.
I'm not like wearing sunglasses to be cool, even though it is cool, but it's also to just protect my eyes.
great disclaimer.
There you go.
I am wearing my sunglasses to be cool.
Yep.
and to be with Alan.
Nice.
Make sure that he's
He
feeling
didn't,
comfortable.
yeah, he didn't want to make me feel alone.
Yeah.
So I heard that I mean, maybe you guys already know this if you're huge Larry David fans, but I heard that the character George is just based off who Larry David
Correct.
is
Yeah.
from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And I didn't like Seinfeld until I started watching Curb.
Larry
Wow.
David.
So you watched it in reverse.
Yeah. I mean, I still like Curb better, but Seinfeld, I found the appreciation in it from watching Curb.
I think Curb blows Seinfeld out of the water.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're heavy competitors for me.
Really?
Yeah.
You like them both a lot?
Well, the thing is I grew up watching Seinfeld every night.
Oh,
So it's
really?
nostalgic.
Me too. Me too.
I've seen every episode like 20 times by now. It's just
so
like
sick.
so deeply ingrained into me. So I obviously have a biased opinion.
What's your favorite episode?
Fuck. I really like the Kenny Rogers chicken.
Okay.
Just like Kramer's
Kramer's the
so
man.
good in that
Yeah,
episode.
he is.
His
Yeah.
physical comedy is unmatched.
Yeah.
Too bad he had to say the N-word on fucking comedy.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Is
that
got
what
canceled.
happened?
I don't know that. I
You
haven't-
didn't know that?
I mean, I don't really.
You might be
I
younger.
forgot about that for a second.
Yeah, he almost got away with it till I just brought it back up again. Huh?
Yeah, I thought a lot of people were saying
Oh.
it on stage.
My
and not
cousin
getting canceled.
My cousin dated Kramer. I forgot to
Oh,
mention.
what?
I just remembered that.
Wait, which
Yeah.
one? The God of War one?
Yeah. So my cousin's an
Whoa.
actress, and I remember I was younger, and so she was an up and coming actress at the time, and she like all of a sudden like my family's like, yo, Kramer's coming to Christmas Eve. You know, it was like this big fucking deal because she started dating him.
Oh, that's sick.
And I was like, damn, that's so sick.
They broke up before Christmas Eve, didn't
Yeah,
they?
he never showed up. But
Wow.
yeah, she dated him. She said he was kind of a weird guy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, really. I'm
imagine.
not really
Big
surprised.
surprise.
Yeah, big surprise.
I want to start off with a gift. I'm sorry.
Oh, do it. Yeah.
We always start off, we started getting into it. So, Alan, I'm sure as you know that Parker and I, you know, our names have pretty much gotten out there. We're pretty much known as the bad boys of EDM right now.
All right.
So every
I back
time,
that.
Thank you.
I'll spread it.
Yep.
Nice.
Every time a guest comes on, we like to give a gift. And it's usually something of dangerous quality. So
Something
we have
edgy.
Something edgy. You seem
Okay.
like an edgy guy.
I have edges.
Yeah, you got some edges. So I didn't wrap it, but this is for you, sir.
Oh, baby.
Now they didn't have red.
Okay, so yeah, I collect knives.
You
Yeah,
do?
No way.
Let's
yeah,
go.
well, like cool
go,
ones like
That one's
this.
sick, huh?
Damn,
already
this
have
looks
it?
like a Counter-Strike knife.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Holy fuck, are you kidding me?
No, bro, we're dangerous over here, bro.
Look at the weight, dude.
Pull it up so put
How's
it in
she
the camera.
feel?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, I actually buy knives
I didn't
when
even
I
know that.
feel like they look like a Counter-Strike knife.
Nice.
Wow.
And you don't have that
No
one.
shit.
then.
No, this
Sick.
is-
Let's go.
That also looks
You know
like
how much this would be worth in the game, bro?
Oh yeah, was it like with the CS:GO shit?
Yeah, because you
Like,
can sell your skins.
Right.
This is like a over $1,000 skin.
that's pretty
right?
much what we. That's pretty much what we paid for
sick.
it.
yeah, pretty much.
I think the way you rock it is like. Can I see it for a second?
Yes.
You have
Isn't it, like
doubles,
the
right?
Counter-Strike move is like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sick. I want to see this thing.
Careful. Hand.
Well,
always-
now I want to try.
Yeah, it's your toy. It's your present. So yeah, we've been giving all our gifts. There's definitely been some switchblades. Ghastly got Wolverine claws.
Yeah.
That's sick.
We try to pick things that we
Yeah,
feel
I
like.
feel like that suits him.
Yeah,
Yeah, he loved it. He loved it.
yeah, dude. So
Yo.
thanks for coming on.
This is wild.
Let's go. That's so sick. You collect knives.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's-
it matches my Counter-Strike tattoo.
That's why I did that.
Dude, that's so sick.
I fucking love Counter-Strike, bro. I used to play that shit all the time.
I used to play it on a mouse.
Yeah, no, that's how it is. It's
Like
a,
still?
yeah. I mean, people can play it on PlayStation.
You mean
and
on a
shit.
mouse? You mean on a computer?
Yeah.
On a computer, but
Did you
I used to
ever?
play it on a mouse.
Did you ever get into like the like? I watched videos like sometimes
I
they
live
do
a console, dude.
YouTube commentary videos where the guy is like in the background he's talking, but it's like a dude that's doing these Counter-Strike like surfing things. You ever seen that?
Oh
Where it's
yeah,
like
it's surf maps.
they like surf. It's just like them jumping with their character and there's no
Yo,
killing.
yeah, but there's something to it. It's
What is
not
it?
easy. It's like a game in itself.
It's really
It's
hard.
like
to
a
do.
mini game made out of the Counter-Strike engine.
Yeah.
It's not Counter-Strike anymore.
Right.
Like the thing is like Counter-Strike, original Counter-Strike, like 1.6, has very, very special movement. And the movement system in that game got a following.
Oh,
it's
interesting.
it's such fun movement, and it's so nuanced that you can do something like a surf map and
Yeah.
actually get really good at it. Because like it looks easy because they're just flying around,
Yeah.
but that shit is like you're playing with the game's engine, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're
it's-
just
it's
learning
really
the mechanics
cool.
of the movement.
Exactly.
And stuff like that, dude.
Yeah.
I used to go to back in the day. I don't know how old you are, but I'm pretty old. And we didn't have like the internet had just come out, but they had come out with these things called internet cafes.
Yeah, dude.
I used to live at internet
Right?
cafes,
Okay,
literally.
yeah. And it would
LAN
just be
parties,
Counter-Strike,
bro.
and you'd be playing everybody in there. So you could be playing like randoms, and if you were like, you could be like the shit. You'd walk in, and everyone would be like, "Oh fuck, there's that one."
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
Dude, I cannot believe you had the exact same experience
Yes,
as me.
yeah,
It's rare.
Yeah,
It's rare.
yeah. It was such a great time, man. I missed it. I almost got in fights and shit. Dude.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, was this what country?
It was in L.A. Like
Oh, really?
California. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. That's
What-
like I guess it was the same exact culture.
It was like the
hella far
late,
away.
late 90s. Like for me, it was like the late 90s. And then like kids from my school would go there. You would pay $3 and you would get like an hour of time. And like, because it had the fastest internet. So you could try to play at your house, but it never really was as good. And you were
late
playing
90s.
everybody. Like it would be popping, bro. There'd be like 50 fucking people
Yeah.
in there. And you're all competing. You're all, like, you got your boys with you and you're on the same team. You're like talking shit and stuff. It
Sick.
was so much fun.
I can confirm it only got better from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of miss those days, you know. Like I know we're playing anybody online now, but just like the camaraderie, like the old Xbox days where you would hook up your Xbox LAN and play Halo with your
Yeah,
boys in a
LAN
house.
parties, dude.
You'd all be there.
Okay, so my
Never-
last house had a LAN room.
Dude.
And the only reason we did that was because we were spending all of our fucking time and money at an internet cafe.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, the responsible grown-up thing
Yeah.
to do right now is to buy our own PCs.
It was an investment.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
The responsible.
Where
grown-up
are
thing
you?
to
Wait,
do.
where are you from?
I was born in Italy.
Oh, okay.
But my parents are actually from the former Soviet Union.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, this like, I was born on the way to Canada.
So you were born in the sky.
No, on the way was Italy. So
Oh, okay.
when they were let out of Uzbekistan in the 90s when the wall fell,
Yeah.
they had like different choices, and a lot of like most people chose to go to Israel, and then because there was so much processing, they got stuck for years.
Oh,
But
shit.
because
Wow.
my parents saw that coming, they went to Italy, and they only had to stay for 1 year. and I was born in Italy, and
Dope.
I did
moved
not
to
know
Toronto.
this. That's awesome.
You have a very interesting accent. I was like listening to you talk because I've met you before, but like it's hard to like kind of pin it almost. So that makes sense if you've kind of been like sort of all over.
Yeah, I also the coolest thing was going to high school in Dubai. That's
Whoa!
and
That's
I mentioned
crazy.
that because that's where I went to the LAN parties for the first time.
In
like
Dubai.
like the LAN cafes.
But that was before Dubai was like Dubai, right? Like
It was peak Dubai.
peak Dubai.
Wow.
Nice.
I mean, dude, it was popping. I went there in like 2003.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
I did all of high school there basically.
That's
Wow.
sick.
So did you get all of the perks of Dubai as like a high schooler, or
Dude, it was, I don't know, it was a very strange experience. Like the best experience ever, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, the best experience.
Damn.
But it was like eye-opening to music, to everything. Like that's where I first heard electronic music.
Oh, okay.
Is there a big dance music scene over there?
I don't know how it is right now, but I had like I feel like I had my growing years there, so I have like a unique perspective. You
I see what
know,
you're saying.
I didn't like hit up the club scenes and stuff like that. I wasn't like in any scene like that. It was just like a high school kid.
You're like
And so I was-
coming into your own there.
Yeah, and just the amount of freedom we had over there to just run around the city. We were like street kids.
Really?
We literally just would say hi like to our parents. Everyone just goes out, and because it's so safe,
Yeah.
no one cares. Like the kids are out all fucking night.
That's
We used
sick.
to
Really?
sleep in like hookah cafes when we didn't feel like going home.
What?
Yeah, like it was just like, I don't know, very interesting experience.
Damn,
I
that's-
also basically lived in an internet cafe
Right.
for a year straight.
It's no shit.
My brother and I, when we first got there, we couldn't get into any school
Oh, really?
because everything was just full. All the international schools were full. So we spent almost an entire year playing Counter-Strike.
so sick.
We would wake up at like 4 or 5 p.m., go straight to the internet cafe, and then stay there until like 5 a.m. the next day.
Dude, that sounds like an amazing time.
It was the best time of my life.
Yeah.
Those were the
Really?
golden years. man.
Yeah.
That's
Are you
crazy,
still playing
dude.
Counter-Strike quite a bit or no?
No, I don't have time for games anymore, man. I love games so much, but I like my PC's collecting dust.
Right.
We have some fun board game nights though.
Oh, you guys have a board game night?
Well, we have just a game. They'll host a game night. What's the game we
That's
played
dope.
last time?
So I have a crazy like I'm a hobbyist, so
Cool.
like I get into things.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm into board games.
Dope.
So now I
Hell
have like
yeah.
over 200 board games at my house.
Sick.
What was the game that we played? Two games. We played. I forgot the names. What were they called?
Blood on the Clock Tower.
Blood on the dude. These games are
Whoa.
so in depth
yeah.
and so much fun. And there was the murder mystery one that was second.
Mafia?
No.
Wait, are you talking about?
We played two-
I
two
can't say the name.
Oh, really?
Secret.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Secret. I forgot what the second. Why can't you say it?
Because it's a secret.
No, secret something. Damn, I want to know what it is. I'm forgetting what
Are
it
you,
is.
wait, hold on.
Bro,
Is this
it's probably like an unreleased game or something.
No,
no,
it's just offensive. The name of the game is offensive.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, you could say it. We can bleep it out if you want.
It was called Secret.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what it's called.
I don't know what I can and cannot say.
You can say
know?
whatever you want.
Yeah,
Well,
you can literally say whatever you want.
So is it like the setting of like sort of like somebody like you've played that game Mafia? It's not really a board game, but like Among Us. Is there like somebody who is the secret? You have
Yes.
to find out who it is.
Somebody is literally.
He shows up on the nights that we play that game.
I love those games, man. Those games are so much fun.
And they had to like. I was like, it was a night that I was really tired, and like everyone we were with, we were somewhere else and going back to his place to do a game night, and I was just like, it took
It was
them
a
like
fight night, wasn't
It was
it?
a fight night. We had a fight night, and it took me like 30, 35 minutes to talk me into coming. I was like, I don't feel, dude. So much fun.
Yeah,
we'll
bro.
never pass one up ever again.
Yeah.
So much fun.
It's cool how you can like get back into sort of like the simpler things that you used to do as like a kid, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But now as an adult and just like really get to appreciate that instead of like the most common things, like maybe just like going out to a bar or like jumping into a video game, which is still cool, but just
Yeah.
to have like a different thing. I love finding out little things like like that about people. They're like hobbies that they just get into that people would be kind of surprised. So that's fucking sick.
I like getting into stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's such a. I'm on all the forums. I read all the news.
Oh shit.
I'm into like I don't know. I get really into shit.
Kind of like the way we are about UFC. He is for
Yes.
for board games.
Yes, I love that.
So I've had this like desire to really get into Dungeons and Dragons and get a whole bunch of people together that don't know how to play and like hire a badass dude to like do the whole thing.
It's all the DM.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons is a one-player game, and it's just the DM playing.
oh,
Like
interesting.
the
So
DM is so important, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's just
I
like
don't know what the fuck they're talking
You don't know
I don't
Dungeons
know.
and Dragons?
Yeah, I don't know what a DM is.
the Dungeon
It's the-
Master.
yeah.
So
Oh,
the
basically,
Dungeon Master. Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons, from what I gather in its essence, is one guy making up an incredible story with like a lot of rules and physics to make it feel like a real
Okay.
world.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then invites people to join them in their world.
And you create your character, and like there's certain things. It's like talk. I mean, it's like in Stranger Things. It's like
Oh,
there's
yeah, yeah,
certain
yeah.
things you
Okay.
can make like your character's like super strong or something. And
I'd be down to try that one time.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I've never played. I understand the mechanics of it, but I just think it would be fun just to get a bunch of people in a room and hire like a badass DM.
I'm
to do it.
100% in.
Let's go.
Like, let's do it.
1,000%.
It'd be so funny too.
Should we dress up and stuff?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. You
Hell
gotta
yes.
go hard.
That would be
Yes.
so much fun.
I have
dude.
some props.
Dope.
I have swords.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have
Knives.
no,
Nice.
no, the knives are from a different theme.
That's a different hobby.
Yeah.
They have like these giant boards. So like as you're like, oh, he'll be like, oh, you walked into like a troll, right? So you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit. So you're all fighting this troll together. And it's really using your imagination, but they'll have like stuff out on the table to sort of like help you sort of see what's going on, like your
Okay.
character and shit like that. It looks really fun and nerdy as fuck. So I'm
Yeah.
in.
And I like the miniatures.
Yeah, those are cool.
Oh, you get to like paint them and stuff.
I
like
do
decorate
paint them.
You do?
Let's
That's
go.
so
He does.
sick, dude.
Oh,
I'm
my-
actually really good at it.
Sick.
serious hobbyist right here.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
know
Do you have like a whole landscape
Yeah,
of like
I have a station.
nice? But is it like set up or is it like the station where you're like working on it?
Oh, you mean on display?
Yeah. Do you have like a big display
not
like
yet.
landscape?
Man,
That's
I have so
sick.
much stuff on display in my house. Like my roommates are just probably getting annoyed.
Yeah.
That's
that's awesome.
It's all pretty damn cool though, I must say.
I love stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
I really get into stuff like I got into like fingerboarding really hard.
like
And-
tech decks.
Yeah. Like I got into it like really
That's
fucking
fucking
hard.
sick.
And I bought like a fucking stair set. Like it was like $200 and it has this
And it was
rail and
nice
shit.
as hell.
Dude, I had the same setup.
Yeah.
With their quarter pipes on either side of it.
No, you're thinking of this one's made out of like legit wood. Like there's
Oh.
a company in Germany that makes it. Like
Oh my
me.
fucking god.
I'd spend $150 on these decks.
So you do know what it's like to go deep.
100%. Yeah, that's what I totally can relate
Yeah,
with
he
you on.
bought
Yeah.
he bought a granite bench.
Yeah.
Like a little miniature
so
bench.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been this way about multiple
Yeah.
hobbies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's for you, but I'm a very obsessive, like, addict personality. So
Yes.
I'll get into something and I'll just do it hardcore. And then I'll usually get into something else. And I enjoy that whatever the hobby is, but it's the feeling of getting into something, like the
Yeah.
learning about it, the
Yeah.
researching, and like that is
Bro.
kind of what it's more about for me. Yeah.
I can't believe you get it.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
100%.
I can't believe
Yeah,
you
dude.
get it.
Sorry, we're having our own fucking little bro down thing
No, you're
over
good.
here.
No, it's
You guys
okay,
need to be
dude.
more. You gotta let
It's
your
just
nerdy
rare.
side
It's
out.
it's rarer like that people go that deep into
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I go that deep into stuff.
You
like
get music,
like-
you know.
well, I mean, thanks. Yeah.
I'm deep into golf right now.
Yeah, he's
I'm
balls deep in golf.
obsessed with golf right now.
Really?
I'm so obsessed. Yeah. I'm
Okay,
like
what's
looking,
the most obsessive thing you've done?
for golf?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just
You research video.
yeah, no, I research putters like it's no tomorrow. Dude.
Yeah.
I bought a nice pair of irons and like that. I researched that. I found my perfect one, and now I'm on putters. Like it's the person that makes the putting, but
Yeah.
I'm like finding all these like weird different shapes, and like I'm stuck on this like half circle putter
I
that
love
I
the half
like.
circle.
Yeah, and it's they're called like mallets.
Yeah, I love the
and
half
I like
circle.
mallets so much more. But everybody like the pros like the really skinny ones because they look like slick. But like that's how I'm so deep in golf right now, dude.
You got into fish tanks. That's like a weird, that's like
That's
a
another
thing.
one. Yeah.
That's like a random
Why?
like sort
I got
of
into
thing.
fish
That's like
tanks
crazy.
and terrariums.
That's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
And terrariums, because like, dude, when I was a kid, I would get like roast chicken, like containers, from like Costco, and I would clean it out and make like a little terrarium, and I'd get bugs and throw them in there, and then shit would grow. And I was
Yeah.
like, damn, I could do that as an adult, but I would get like a pro fucking glass gallon,
Yeah.
and then seal it and never open it again.
And you would watch videos on these terrariums. And
Yeah.
It's just like, that's the part I think is so cool and interesting about people is if you have that thing that's like you wouldn't fucking know that's what they're into.
Yeah.
And it changes and
You
moves
could
and
grow
shit.
probably fireweed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro. It's a good idea.
bro. And the new thing I actually am obsessed with is bonsai trees.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
I want to
I
get into
love
that
bonsai
shit so
trees.
hard.
God,
man.
dude.
I love bonsai trees.
It's
I actually
hard.
don't know why I don't own one. That's silly that I
Well,
don't.
dude, it takes so
really hard.
long. It takes so
Yeah,
long to
that's
like
the thing.
bonsai
Yeah,
a tree.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like it's a big commitment. Like you got to go and then you have to like just take care of it and cut it for like years.
Yeah.
And then you have like something.
And you suck for a really long time.
Yeah,
like,
you suck for
if
a long time.
See those dope, like looks like a little redwood tree. Like,
Yeah, bro.
You can't just do that your first year in bonsai.
Anything really, really cool and worth it, you know
Yeah.
it's going to be worth it if you suck at it for a long time.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like I feel like I feel like that about like all the board sports I do.
Yeah.
Like it took me so unbelievably long to get good at or relatively good at skateboarding.
Yeah.
Like I was ridiculous obsessed with it when cutting school just to go skateboard.
Yeah, that's what it's
Like
about, bro.
just all I cared about was skating. Got out of school.
That's a bad boy thing to
Dude,
do.
would,
That's
pretty
would,
bad boy.
would it literally come up with any excuse to my parents? Would lie about doing my homework. Like, oh, I got it done in study hall. Never got it done. Just went to go skate. Went home. Went to sleep. Woke up. Got out of school. Would skate during our lunch break.
Yeah.
Would go skate for like 15 minutes. Like just to get 15 minutes in the middle of school.
You could have, with that like mentality, if you would have kept skating, you could have been pro. Because it's the same thing with music. I feel like.
Nah, because music, I don't know. I felt like I did hit kind of a bar. The bar of what I was willing to do.
Oh, okay. Sketchy shit.
Oh man, like the over the 18 stairs,
Yeah.
down handrails. I'm like, that doesn't look like it'd be fun. Too scary to be fun.
That's brutal, dude.
Yeah, it's scary.
I miss the days of when I was younger and I would skate and I would, if I had a bad day, right? And it wasn't like I would go play video games. If I like had a bad day or was upset, I would skate and then I would feel better.
Dude, it's straight therapy.
And then I got older and started doing like drugs and shit. I was like, oh, I don't have to do anything. I could just do drugs. You know what I mean? But I miss that like feeling of like getting out there and like doing something.
Well, we're gonna get this guy backside flipping soon.
Yeah, backside flip,
Like
$100.
he came $100. He came to the skate park with me, landed a kickflip first try.
Yep, in front of the boys, hadn't skated in years. No
It
big
was
deal.
That's
awesome.
it was stationary.
Yep.
But nonetheless landed it.
Still counts.
bolts.
Bolts. What were you saying?
Have you tried the one wheel?
Yeah, it's fun as fuck.
Yeah, he wants
It's
to get one of
so
those.
sick,
so
dude.
sick.
I love
It
it.
gives you that satisfaction that skating does.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do anything physical at all.
It's true.
I just feel like something about how the way a person looks on a skateboard. There's like nothing cooler to me because like
the
as a
one
kid-
wheeler is one wheel is objectively cooler than
Yeah.
a
No
skateboard.
fucking
You can't
way.
get trick and shit.
Looking? Come on,
Dude,
don't
it's
think of
sick.
it from like a.
Without a person on it doing things, just the way it looks as a product, yes, it looks cooler. But people that are doing something cool on a skateboard compared to someone just cruising kind of cool on a one wheel, not even close.
I disagree. I think it looks kind of like a
I don't
broken
know.
Segway.
Bro,
and that's all I
The
think.
one
of.
wheels are so sick.
They
Like,
they look like they're fun, but
I don't know. It looks like futuristic living to me.
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah,
dope
yeah.
when you're going.
Everyone's
uphill,
on one of those, or you have like synthwave music playing in the background.
yeah,
like,
no, it's
it's so
Yeah.
aesthetic to me. Skateboard is
So
like
dope.
tired for me.
Tired?
it's too
yeah,
old.
Yeah, I'm like I've seen skateboards, whatever.
It literally looks like you're floating when you're going uphill on a one wheel. You're just like
yeah.
this, and it's just like you're
I
ascending.
gotta try one. I do want to
Dude,
try
it
one.
feels freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
But where's the art in it? Like skateboarding, there's art. You can create tricks, and the whole point about skateboarding
People do
is
lots
fun.
of tricks.
Yeah,
with
Yeah.
the
yeah,
one
there
wheels,
are
yeah.
some
Go
Really?
off-roading and shit.
Yeah, maybe less personal style involved, but yeah,
Can you tray flip a one wheel?
absolutely not.
There's nothing cooler. There's nothing cooler looking than a fucking tray flip. Dude.
A vertical hard flip between the legs is pretty.
That's a nice
amazing.
looking one, too.
My favorite.
I saw somebody tray flip a hoverboard. Like
Yeah.
you know, those
Yo,
cheap-
that's crazy.
I've seen
It
that.
was weird.
Yeah. Okay, let's switch gears real quick.
Thank you so much for joining us at the XLNT Show. We are your host, and a lot goes into this podcast. We have an actual Patreon that we just set up. The link is in the description. We have a lot of things that we have to pay for.
I'd really like to get a pair of Crocs.
Parker has backed child support for months.
You're just going to tell the whole world.
In all seriousness, guys, we have 2 awesome tiers. The first tier we have is called Support the Pod, and that's $5. It's a cup of coffee. That would really help us out with the show. And what we're gonna do as a bonus, we're gonna put your name at the end of the pod as a thank you for all of your support.
Now, if you guys want to get more involved, Tier 2 is for you. It's going to contain exclusive content and producer videos.
Ooh, all access.
It's all access tiers. We're bringing you backstage with us. You got that all access wristband. Thank you guys in advance for watching and all of your support. Now let's get you back into the pod. You just went on your first headline tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know the amazing parts of it. I want to know if there were any shitty, stressful parts of it. I want to know who you brought with you. Give me the whole shebang.
All right.
Start wherever.
It was fucking amazing.
Nice.
Every one of them sold out, except
Jesus.
one.
Sanity.
Except one. So almost all.
Let's just say all of this.
Yeah. Atlanta didn't sell out.
God
man.
damn it.
How close?
Atlanta.
Close.
And I
Interesting,
don't know,
though.
that was the only show I have negative remarks for. But everything else was incredible.
Wow.
I brought with me a whole crew. So it was like me, the direct support Loon. Have you guys heard of Loon?
I have through you.
No.
She's incredible.
Dope.
Definitely like one of the big acts coming up.
Oh, sick.
Nice.
I feel like not that many people are making really tasteful mid-tempo stuff.
Oh my God, preach.
And I just
Yeah,
think
seriously.
I just think there's such a massive opening there still.
Yep.
Because it's like, first of all, we got shafted with the genre name.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you did.
For sure.
Yes, you did.
Like, come on. Mid-tempo.
Yeah, mid-tempo means a lot of different things too. There's
it
other
does.
genres that are described as mid-tempo that I don't think of.
Yeah.
yeah.
Call it like Death House
Yeah.
or something.
Or
that-
mid-temps.
Like
That's
an
what we
actual
call it.
That's
Yeah.
not something I put thought into. Death House. Don't
Just
don't quote me on
give it
that.
an
Let's
actual-
not make it Death House.
Let's give it an actual genre name.
Right?
Yeah, I haven't even really thought about it, but that's fucking true. Yeah.
I do have some thoughts about mid-tempo that I'd like to get into with you later, but
Yeah,
I want to
sure.
keep hearing about your
The tour, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically I went out of pocket to like provide the one true God experience.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dope.
This tour wasn't like a money thing for me. I invested all of the money into the tour
Let's go.
itself.
So sick.
I was doing the shows with Loon. I was for my performance, I brought out Renit,
Yeah.
the singer. She sings on a few of my songs. I think we have 3 songs together now.
Yeah, she's a homie. She's awesome.
We just released another one, and she's an incredible singer.
Yeah.
And it's just so worth it to me to like bring her out to give people like a live experience, and hearing like the vocals and seeing her. So I feel like people really appreciate it. So it's worth it to me, you know, as part of the show. I travel with a saxophone player.
Nice.
Hell
sick.
yeah, dude.
Yeah. And we did, I could say it now because the tour's over.
Yeah.
But he just came all that way to play 2 songs back to back.
every single show,
Every show.
2 songs back to back,
Yeah.
and then he's done.
And he's done.
Every date.
Yeah. And
Nice.
for that, I had to pay for all of his food, his hotels, his flights, and all of his expenses.
Holy shit.
And pay on top of that. Like
yeah, for his performance.
first performance.
Oh my god.
That's dope.
That's
man.
just like how obsessive I am with like having the right moment in the show, that I would go through that hassle
That's
to
dope.
like just for that one thing, you know.
So sick.
And I feel like 100% it was worth it every time.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Cuz
No regrets at all.
there's just something really effective about having something super cool but only showing it for just a little bit, and that's it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like invokes a sort of emotion. And then I traveled with a VJ because the visuals
Yeah.
were a very crucial part. And even though sometimes the house visuals people can do it, it's just less risky when you have your own person there with his own computer. Because on one of the shows, he couldn't make it, and because they were running visuals off of that computer all night, by the time it got to my set, it started to stutter. So that's something I didn't even think about.
Because it got overheated?
It got overheated.
Oh my
so
God.
I'm just like, I really want to avoid going anywhere without a VJ ever again.
Really?
Because that's not something that can happen.
No.
Like, because the show is so based on the visuals, that's like 50% of it not being at 100%.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know?
Yeah.
Like
that,
if
that,
Prince-
that whole half of the show takes a hit.
Exactly.
I get what you're saying.
And
yeah.
like, you know how you bring backup USBs and shit?
Yeah.
There's no backup for their computer fucking up
That's
for the
true.
visuals, and the show must go on.
Yeah.
So if you have your own guy there, he brings his own computer, he knows what the fuck he's doing.
yeah, I mean,
And someone to troubleshoot and map because the LED screens are different in every venue, and sometimes you have to get creative what you show on what screen, because sometimes they're broken up.
separated,
So yeah, my VJ is also an artist.
Right.
He's controlling that 50% of the show. So to travel without a VJ doesn't make sense for me.
It's especially when you're you said coming out of pocket and putting so much giving so much close attention detail on curating it with this dude coming out for one song, a vocalist, the support's curated perfectly.
Ronit sings 2 songs.
Ronit sings 2 Ronit sings 2 songs.
dope,
So
though.
it's like you might as well, when you're going that far, you got to make sure the visuals are perfect.
Yeah.
Reminds me of like Prids.
Well,
like,
you had one more person on that tour with you.
Alex,
There you go.
oh yeah, Alex.
He just launched
Yeah.
his new project, right? French Drip.
French Drip.
French Drip.
Drip.
Sorry, I keep fucking that up.
French Drip.
French Drip. I love that name. Too bad I can't remember.
Did you bring a sound guy with you as well?
No.
Or just a visuals guy?
Just the visuals.
That's cool.
But the thing is you think when you're playing in clubs of that caliber that they have sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And by the way, I want to give a shout out to everybody on all the crews. Like, all of the crews at all of the clubs were 10 out of 10.
Really?
That's awesome.
I don't have one negative thing to say about a single crew member or anyone like not doing their job or being like the best, most accommodating people.
That's amazing.
That's huge.
So
man.
sick.
Yeah, I got so lucky.
Yeah.
What were the logistics of it? Were you like doing fly dates, or did you like take like a bus or anything like that? Like
Just fly dates.
right. And
Yeah.
how long was it?
It was only like 6 shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a mini tour.
Right. But that's like a project that you really put a lot of thought into, which I really appreciate a
Yeah.
lot. That's really
Yeah.
cool. Like, remember when Joyride did his like car thing? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, sick. Like, somebody's going above and beyond to not just try to make it about the music. It's, it's about the whole experience. And I don't think we have enough of that.
Alan's like that with everything.
Let's go.
Everything. Yeah. It's pretty impressive.
I really like to curate a specific experience with anything that I do.
That's awesome.
And then also tell your Portland story really quick. If you not know what I'm referring to.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You mean like
Just the trajectory from
the
last
trajectory?
year.
Yeah. So almost exactly a year ago, I was on my first actual tour. Well, that was actually just the only other tour I've been on before
Yeah.
this one. And I got the chance to open a bunch of shows for Ghastly on his tour.
Nice.
And I was playing first of 3 DJs. It was me, then Heckler, then Ghastly, and then he did his Gengar halfway through. And first of all, shout out to Ghastly because that tour was so much fucking fun.
He's a fun
and
guy.
he treated me so incredibly well.
Yeah.
And I've heard horror stories of like openers and even support acts like being mistreated on tours. But like Ghastly was just like the coolest fucking dude, and just always was there to help me all the time.
So sick.
Yeah.
We had him on here. It was
love
fun.
Yeah, David's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really special guy, I think. But yeah, so I opened the show as like doors were opening, and yeah, this was the last show I just played was last weekend. That was the same venue except I headlined it, so it was like
Wow.
1 year,
That's so sick.
1 year trajectory.
So sick.
That's pretty good growth.
And it was sold out.
And actually, it was sold out, but it was also the only show that sold out before doors opened.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's huge.
Do you think you being there a year before had something to do with that?
I have to say yes.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's cool.
I have to say yes.
Damn.
And yeah, like I got up on stage and I told everyone that, and like I just heard a roar of cheering like every time I would just like say something, and then they would be cheering like that, and you know what I mean? Like as I was telling that story.
saw
So
that,
I feel like
yeah.
a bunch of them were probably there.
So sick.
Oh, for sure.
So sick.
And I did see people, like certain fans I saw and remembered, and they like DM me on Instagram that they're coming again. Like, can we please say hello? Like, you know.
So cool.
You
Yeah.
you definitely have a cult following,
Yeah.
I would say.
For real.
Like I've listened to you since for a long time, and you know, some of my friends are just getting into you now, and they're like, "Hey, have you heard of this One True God dude?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, where have you been? And then they go down the rabbit hole of like hearing your new song, and then they listen to every single thing that you've ever put out.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's those are just like the close people that I know, but I'm guessing that everybody that hears about you, that's how it starts, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm so grateful that people actually connect with the music. And I feel like that extra effort I put in to build the universe works to pull people in.
Yeah, for sure. The first time we met, Alan, do you remember what I told you? I said that you know, I was a big fan of yours, of course. And I said that you are one of the most consistent artists right now, like on Spotify. You release a song like once a month on the dot every month. So that wasn't really a question, but the question is like, what does it take to do that? Because a lot of people, we all talk about like, oh, let's release a song a month, let's do it, and it's like you do it for 3 months and then you fall off. But like, I've watched you, and it's like every month, man, you're on it. You have a feature. It's just you sometimes, and it's like how like what goes into that, man?
Well, for me, I can only give from my experience.
Yeah.
I think having a really good team is important. It's just like for me especially, it's so important to have a good team, because the way I've set up my team is that it's just a well-oiled machine. Mm-hmm. I picked the specifics of how I'm delivering my brand so that it's sustainable. Because a lot of people have these grandiose visions, and I do too, but you have to learn to tame it to a point where it's just at that level where it's sustainable.
I like that.
Because I don't like to see too much improvement in a brand too quickly.
Right.
I feel like it should already come out at maximum and ride that for
Ever.
like consistently.
Yeah.
And then at some point, like I feel like I'm at that point right now where I'm trying to jump over a hoop. Like I've kept it one way right now, and I'm working on an album, and I'm using that album as a way to bring the expression of the brand higher, because now I have more money. Mm-hmm. So I'm able to reinvest that again and bring an even closer version of what I want people to see. It's still obviously not my full vision because I can't afford that, but it's another step basically.
Right.
And you were saying a big change, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think I remember this correctly, is that pretty much all the art and the whole universe and all the videos were animated, and now they're not going to be animated anymore, and it's going to be live.
Yeah.
situation?
So for now, for this album, I've chosen an aesthetic with basically it's gonna still be drawings. The artwork is still in the same universe.
Okay.
But each drawing for each song is based on a different mask that I own.
Oh.
So we shoot live footage of people wearing those masks.
Oh, sick.
And then we bring that drawn universe and we bring them into like the real world. So it's like a version of my visuals, what would be animated, but now it's real life.
Yeah.
Cool.
Damn, that's cool.
So I committed to that for this album because that's just the aesthetic of this album. I'm not sure yet exactly where I'm going next after the album, so I don't know if it's going to stay this way or if it's going to be back to animation, but we'll see.
I wish I was in tune with the visual universe of how I want to, because I have like, you know, a somewhat of an idea of what I want to do, but he was telling me, you were saying that you almost think of the visuals and the universe of what you're trying to create and how it looks and how it feels before you start making the music,
Yeah.
which is really interesting.
Yeah, I love how you were explaining that whole thing, man, where it's, you know, if you look at the biggest clothing brands, they were at their maximum potential before they started collaborating with other clothing brands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Supreme was just like a red rectangle.
Yeah, that was
Skateboarding brand.
It was a skate brand.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they were just that for so long, and then they started collaborating with other brands and stuff. So
Solid foundation.
yeah,
on
it's a
their
really
own.
good way of thinking about it too, man. And the well-oiled machine with the artwork and it's all cohesive.
Yeah.
You go on your Spotify, everything is like the vibe, you know, it's an experience.
Also, when it just to piggyback on the releasing every month, what does that take thing? Alan, for probably over a year, has been trying to tell me that fuck labels.
Let's go, bro.
Yes,
No,
not fuck labels,
I'm in it.
but like don't
Fuck most labels.
fuck most labels. Yeah, you've had a lot of great things to say about a bunch of labels. Don't worry, but
Mainly shout out to Night
Night
Mode.
Mode, yeah,
Nice.
he
Yes.
loves Night
Great
Mode.
label.
Well, they're a special label, man.
Yeah, they are.
They actually are.
But
Yeah.
I was telling him like, oh, it's really hard to get stuff signed and lined up every month. He's like, dude, you gotta get rid of this obsession with releasing on labels. Self-release, find a smaller label to release on. They'll probably do better anyways. Like,
Yeah.
stop. So that's something I did, and I'm actually in the process of releasing a song every month until this EP comes out in June.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And I've seen letting go of that obsession that's like kind of built into the new producer coming in on the scene thing. It's a game changer. He couldn't have been more correct.
Yeah, I mean,
Can I
dude,
hit your vape again?
Yeah.
it was so hard to believe. So I think, was it a year ago when you played at the Roxy? And that was a
Yeah,
sold out show too. That was your first
It was
ever
in
show.
September.
So yeah, that show, I missed it. I was
Me
pissed.
too.
I was so pissed. And
That was special.
I was so surprised that was your first show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
You look at
I mean, the first headline.
First
show.
headline.
first headlining
Yeah.
show. I was so surprised because you look at the stats, dude, and you know you're killing. You know what I'm
Poppin'.
saying? You're popping off on Spotify. The stream game is you're doing great at. You know what I'm saying? And so when I heard about that, I was like, oh, this is interesting. You know. So it's kind of like proof that you can do it through the streaming first.
Yeah, it's harder. I mean, not harder. It's just a different approach. I think that it is difficult to get from streaming artist to live artist.
Yeah.
And there's so many examples of this.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is I had a only streaming project before this one, so I learned a lot of lessons over the years and didn't fall into the same traps of a streaming project as I
Interesting.
did before. So, yeah,
Was that project with Brandon Paddock?
yeah,
Yeah.
That's so sick.
Fancy cars?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Fancy cars.
Yeah.
So we know Brandon through our boy Dan Garcia, actually.
We know Brandon.
Yeah. And
I know
it was-
Brandon.
yeah, and it's
Okay,
funny.
I know Brandon.
It's funny because you posted something about fancy cars, and I was like, oh, I remember fancy cars from seeing like Brandon posting about it, and I had no idea it was you, bro.
yeah, it was
I had
us.
no idea.
Yeah.
So what was that like? Were you doing the production, the writing? Like, how was that? How did that work out?
So Brandon is like an incredible pop songwriter and like vocalist and producer, like vocal producer.
He's insane.
Yeah, and we decided to combine our efforts and bring my EDM motor to that pop. I'm saying like it was something unique shit. There were so many fucking chain smokery. You remember that era where
Yeah.
EDM sucked?
Yeah.
Because like I remember Choppa Dunks telling me he was gonna start making pop music. I'm like everyone just like wants to make this fucking, and I was in the same boat. I was making it. But yeah, it's just it worked. It was major label project basically the whole time.
Yeah.
From the very first song we released, it got picked up by like Universal.
Sick.
Wow.
But I was living like the producer's version of paycheck to paycheck, which is like advance to advance.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And
Wow.
it's a job, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
It's a job. I don't want a fucking
It's a job, man.
I just wanted to also. This is One True God is your third project,
I've had more than that, man.
but I mean, notable projects, right? It was Nintendo. Then
I
Fancy
have
Car-
like a little bit of notoriety with a lot of the projects.
Wait,
that I
Okay.
did.
Nintendo was you too?
Yeah.
Nintendo, yeah.
Oh, with Fifi BB?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I just realized that.
I've been around for a while.
Damn.
That's sick.
I wanted to.
Whoa!
I had no
I'm
idea.
sorry, my mind is blown
Really?
because I just realized that he was in Nintendo.
Yeah, he's still on my
That's
phone
crazy.
as Alan Nintendo.
Oh, okay, dope.
But I wanted to. You said you learned something about it. I'm fucking lost. But I want what other like how going through these previous projects before One True God shaped your taste and helped move you into this project and helped shape the direction that this project's at now. Like, what else did you learn? What else did you like and dislike?
I learned to be dependent on myself the most, where any project I've had, or most projects, or all basically projects before, were like duos
Okay.
and trio and stuff like that. And I never, there's always discord. No matter how much you guys get along,
Yep.
there's always some type of clash.
Friction, yeah.
Yeah. And even if it's just like schedules, you know?
Yeah.
It's like anything to me can be friction. So it's like I got rid of all the variables where I basically had to depend on anyone else. Like, I need a vocalist, I'm going to sing. You
Yep.
know? Like, I'm going to mix it, I'm going to master it. Like, I'm one-stop shop.
Yeah.
And that's another way of making that every 3 weeks release schedule that I was on for so long, was because I never had to wait for anyone to send me a vocal. I never had to wait for a mix. It's just as fast as I can get it done, you know? So that's another thing that I've learned just by being in a lot of duos and stuff like that.
That's huge, man.
That's huge.
Can I say something too about the label thing? Going back to that a little bit, like with like your advice to Frank, is like I remember feeling like a label was like, if I could just get on a label, then I would get fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
And
true.
it's like the reality
completely
is
untrue.
is like you should not wait for anybody.
No.
Like
Yeah.
if you got art to put out, put out. And the reality is like when you put stuff out, people, the ones that you actually care about liking your shit, start to like shit, and then labels are like, oh, this guy has, like, you become an asset to them. You become a value as
Yeah.
opposed to finding this label to change your life.
There's also a misconception where you just put stuff out and people will come. You know,
Yeah,
that
no.
if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
That's not a thing. You know?
If it's good,
You
people
still
will
have
like
to
it.
work your ass
Yes.
off to get people to see it.
Yeah,
You
100%.
just basically have to do the job of the label.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
Which the
just
label
like
doesn't do most of the time, anyways.
yeah, exactly.
Which is fucked up.
Man, I have horror stories with labels.
Let's get into it.
No,
let's
I
hear
don't. I can't. I'm not naming names. I can't.
Don't
No,
name,
no,
don't
no, no,
name,
no.
don't name any of the labels. Can you just tell us what happened
No,
with a
I don't want to get into negativity. I'm feeling too good right
I
now.
like that. I like that's
I
a
like
great
that.
reason.
I
That's a
like
great
that.
reason.
Yeah.
So, can you talk a little bit more about like singing with your vocals and stuff?
Sure.
Like, how did that even come about? You said you don't want to wait for people to get the vocals back. You don't want to send tracks out and get vocals. Like, was that what inspired you to get started singing?
I actually have to backtrack for a second.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I did have someone helping me write lyrics in the beginning as well. So actually, and she lived with me. She was my wife. So she would be giving me lyrics and we'd sit and write the songs together.
Cool.
So all those like original songs, and I still send her stuff to write lyrics too.
So, like a
So
little.
I had to just give credit there because it wasn't
That's
just
awesome.
a one-stop shop.
it's like a little Elton John situation. You know?
Yeah.
You got the lyrics
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you write the melody. That's awesome.
But didn't you learn from that now to the point where you can do it on yourself, like by yourself, or no?
Now I'm working with a songwriter,
Nice.
and she's great. We wrote like 6 songs in 2 sessions,
Sick.
Damn.
That's epic.
even more maybe.
How is
Wild.
that even fucking
I
possible? I'm
I
stoked.
had all the songs done
Uh-huh.
basically to like a demo point, and I do these like cringy vocal tracks where it's like la 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 da 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 brum bum bum, you know, like that kind of shit. It doesn't quite sound like that, but you know, like I just like sing fake words basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to get the melody.
Yeah, and I do like even down to like the rhythm of each word. And then she came, listened to that, and then just started shaping words with me together.
So cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, I find, and me and Danny both found, like when we started doing a lot of top line sessions, the melody always comes first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got to fit the lyrics
Yeah.
to the
I've
top
done
line.
it the other way around actually, because
How does that go?
my ex-wife, actually is a poet.
Oh,
So
wow.
she would write a lot of poetry.
That's huge.
And then I just flip through her poems. I'll be like, that's a song.
wow, that's
so
awesome.
cool, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, with top line, I always felt like when we were writing top line that like, and we were helping this girl too who wanted to be a top liner, was like the best ideas were always the first idea when it came to lyrics. So like whatever, we wouldn't have like this is just what worked for us, but we wouldn't have like a picture of what we were going to sing about.
Yeah.
It would just be, if I'm like going, "Love is staying with me, I can't stay with you," then it'd be like, oh, it's about, you know, like it could be just like whatever words I just came into my head, that became the premise of the song.
Yeah,
and you
that's
just
cool.
kind of like just go with it sometimes. I mean, obviously there's a little bit more like sometimes you're trying to write a song about something, but I always felt like the melody dictated the words. We've never really
Yeah.
done that with lyrics. So
Yeah.
I do want to try doing that, especially if you have somebody who has got sick lyrics, because it's
Dude.
hard.
Yeah, poet, man.
Poet
you
is
know?
a songwriter.
That's kill.
Alan, you also have like a super specific vocal sound / vocal chain / effect. How long did it take you to develop that? Like,
The vocal chain is actually really incredibly simple.
really?
So many people ask me, like, what's the vocal chain? What's the vocal chain? 1 second.
Oh, look at this guy getting in again.
I was getting it in.
I'll give this right back to you. I just want one hit. Sorry to interrupt, guys.
Relapse.
Never quit.
Free laps.
Relapse.
I could put that out there right now what the vocal chain is.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so
Let's do it.
I know
no one
what-
has to ask me.
I know one thing.
What?
Melda M auto pitch, right?
Yeah. So the free auto pitch plugin,
Okay. Love it.
yeah,
Formants or pitch?
pitch and formants.
Okay.
It's the first thing on the chain, then an EQ to cut the lows,
Yep.
then an OTT,
Okay.
then another EQ to cut the new lows that the OTT brings.
Fantastic.
Classic.
Valhalla reverb.
Which
That's
one?
a rare one.
Which one?
There's more than one Valhalla.
Yeah,
He's talking about the standard
Usually
one. He's not talking
Valhalla
like,
Room.
No,
Vintage.
Vintage.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay. My mistake.
Usually one of the two, yeah.
I have both. I actually
Yeah,
use
vintage
both.
is great. That's one
But
of my
for
favorites.
that vocal chain, it's vintage verb,
Okay.
the rarest verb, and then H delay. That's
Great.
another rare one.
Classic.
H delay?
waves.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't use that shit.
It's great. It's
Oh,
great delay.
That's a
man.
classic.
Are you kidding, bro?
Yeah, that's a
For
classic
vocals, it's one of the best delays because delays suck for vocals.
Well, starting
Yeah.
today,
definitely use it.
I'm using it.
Yeah.
H delay, proceed.
And that's it.
Nice.
Okay, but I have a question though because you didn't go into detail about one thing.
What?
Is your OTT stock? Like it's just OTT
Stock at 20%.
at 20%. Time is that
Stock.
noon? Stock.
Wow.
Okay.
You
So
gotta
stock
put-
20%.
Stock
OTT.
20%
There you go.
OTT.
That's it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's always that simple shit, man. It's crazy.
I mean, I use OTT a fuck ton.
Me Yeah.
too.
When I use it on like basses and sounds, and that I don't use stock. I actually, my whole approach to production is kind of OTT based in a way,
Yeah.
because like anything can be a bass.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
man.
Like
100%.
anything can be anything.
Yep.
OTT is like the best sound shaping tool for
Yeah.
me, especially when I use like more simple sounding sounds in order to make them like really shaped properly. I feel like the OTT plays a massive part.
Yeah.
When you're putting the OTT on basses, do you mess with the time knob?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
cool.
I also sometimes use that as 100%. I go full
That's the way I
Oh, you
use it.
full send the tail.
full send. Yeah.
Oh.
So this weird thing that like I feel like I do in our videos and shit, but with OTT is like, and I don't see a lot of people doing this.
I'm
is-
talking about mix at 100%.
Oh, mix at 100.
You gotta try.
Sorry.
You gotta try with the time knob up at 100.
That's the artifacts.
I've done that. Yeah.
okay, yeah.
I'm always playing with the time knob.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying I have it mixed to 100% a lot
Yeah.
of the time on basses.
Do you ever pull up the bands on the right side, like highs, mids, and lows?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't
But
see a lot of people do that.
I
love
mess
that.
with the snakes.
the snakes.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
this.
Yeah.
I call them snakes. The
Yeah.
three, the three
they're still- okay.
bars.
Yeah,
I call
there's
them the bricks.
Left side or right side? Always.
both.
Both. I go right side. I don't know why.
I go right. side, too.
I go left side, right side.
Yeah.
I don't know
Nice.
exactly what I'm doing. Like
snaking
to
it.
me, it's like a artistic
Yeah,
expression.
it for
I don't
sure
see
is.
those snakes as values. I'm
Right.
not typing in numbers. I'm sitting there finessing
Yes.
the, the
Yes,
spine.
dude.
Yes.
That it's like the accordion.
The
I'm
scales.
sitting there. I'm
Dude.
like, I feel the movement of the sound.
Chiropractic shit, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh god, I'm
That's dope, dude.
way too high for this.
Have you
Holy
heard of
shit.
that? There's a new plugin called MoTT by Steven Slate, and they're trying to make like OTT
Is it
on
part of
drugs.
the Slate Digital?
Yes.
I probably
bundle?
have it.
Yeah,
I have it.
yeah. I haven't
I
tried
haven't
it
used
yet.
it. I didn't even know it
It
existed.
looks crazy. It looks like if OTT was on like a PS5.
Isn't God Particle an OTT too? Also, it's
Kind
like
of.
multi-band.
Yeah, it has a multi-band and a limiter.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm
I don't
still
think
learning.
you could pull the bands up on God Particle.
Yeah, I wonder about that. I like the multi-band, and I wish Vital had a Vital effects. Is there effects?
it
are
does.
sick.
It does.
No, that you can just run the effects through. So if I ran audio through their multi-band
no,
or their
you
distortion,
can't. I don't know if they have that yet.
You mean like the serum effects?
Yeah,
Oh,
can
I
you
guarantee
imagine?
that's coming. That's coming.
because their multi-band sounds so
They're-
fucking good.
I like all of their effects.
Yeah, they're really
and
good.
Vital. I like all
Yeah.
of them more than the serum effects.
They for sure
They're-
need a Vital
They're
effects.
so good. Do you use Vital at all?
yeah, what's your sound design process?
Vital management?
No, not Santi.
No, I don't use Vital.
you
Maybe I should.
It's so much fun. I use it like way more than I use serum now.
Wow.
But
That's crazy.
But I've noticed that for my specific sound, like the kind of sub niche genre that I'm in, it's better for me. It's better for that deep, wonky
Yeah.
kind of. It's better for that stuff.
It does some things really, really well, and other things
Terribly.
not as well.
Yeah.
What is your sound design process? Like, are you mostly in audio, or are you like
It
using Serum
changes,
and
but
stuff?
I pull Serum up a lot.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been messing with Omnisphere,
Yeah.
Dope.
and I find that revisiting Omnisphere after mastering the OTT is a whole different ball game. Because I used to think of Omnisphere as this like uncontrollable, untamable, unmixable thing.
Yeah.
It is a pain
I'm like,
in the
it's
ass.
cool, but like, what can I do with this fucking 50 layered sound? You know?
Yeah.
But now with OTT, it's all, I'm hearing it all with fresh eyes.
Interesting.
You know, now everything is usable.
Interesting.
That's so
Do you
cool.
have a hard time controlling Omnisphere, like when it comes? Like I was opening it up the other day, and I'm just it drives me nuts, the interface for like a sound designer to try to go in and like even like change things like the attack and decay. You have like 17 layers, and then you have like the Steam folder. Who the fuck
You have
knows
to
what
just
that
get
is?
really good at preset jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, right? You
That's
can't
it.
tweak them. It's
No.
like
Yeah.
Nexus. You,
You
can't really
can tweak to a point.
right, but
Right,
you can't.
and then you can process the sound and
Okay.
like you. What I do is I listen to potentials of sound. So
Okay.
I'm like hearing like a texture
Right.
or something that I know will be amazing after the processing. You know,
Okay.
I'm like thinking ahead with Omnisphere.
It's the source. It's not like Serum where you can get most of the sound, like
Shaping
most of
it.
the way
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So
No.
it's like
Shaping.
this is the beginning source, like
yeah,
a
the
sine
beginning
wave or
source. But the thing is, like I said, with OTT, you can make anything
Yeah.
a bass. Like you can make anything hit nice.
Right.
So if you hear this like sound, you know that you can make that good.
Right.
And I think just Omnisphere is full of those options.
Yeah, it is a really cool synth. I'm really trying to. I want to get better at
It's,
it, like just understanding how it
It's
works.
technically a
rompler.
Rompler.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rompler.
Like Nexus.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a name I haven't heard since Fruity Loops.
Oh, bro.
Can I have one idea real quick, and then you can go into
Yeah,
your thing?
I
You
do
ever
want to
done-
talk about Alex.
There
too.
needs to be an OTG
you,
hot sauce, Alan.
A hot sauce.
Yes,
What
because
about a
it's-
sweet sauce?
That too. I mean, you have the perfect branding
oh.
for a hot sauce.
Damn, you're right.
like right. That's
That'd
like
be
that's a gimme right
the
there.
the OTG, like the one what's on the back of the bombers on a hot sauce bottle.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that looks sick.
How fucking dope
That
would that
is
be?
Do you like
20
hot sauce?
I get 20%
You're a
though.
hot
Yep.
sauce
Patent
guy.
I like hot sauce.
Yeah,
I'm
you're-
not crazy about hot sauce.
I mean,
I don't
when we-
keep it in my purse or anything.
You don't have a holster. You don't have a holster.
Dude, when I'm with Alan, we end up like at game nights and stuff. I feel like we end up getting Taco Bell a lot.
Oh yeah.
And he gets 100 fire sauces.
Dude, I do too.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
You never can. Have
Yeah, no,
enough.
I mean, I know it's the best one, but like 100 of them.
Yeah.
Probably save it for
Sometimes
later.
if you order too many sauces, you offend them and they give you no sauces.
really,
That's how much sauce he orders.
that's crazy. I love that.
Yeah.
Better
Okay.
be
Sorry.
safe than sorry.
Side note.
Yeah. Sorry, that was just like a big idea that I thought. I
had
thought
a-
I would pitch it to you right now on
I like the
camera.
idea.
So, okay.
I had a really
We'll
big
talk.
idea.
We'll talk
Yeah, we'll
later.
talk, yeah.
All right, Danny.
How much percent you want?
Maybe 20%.
Hey, that's
I
big.
can't. I don't know, man.
We'll talk.
All right,
Dude.
all right.
We'll talk. I got ideas. I got business. There's a lot.
20%. Whoa,
It's steep.
Swinging heavy from the start, bro.
Yeah, we got to. We have to.
I have
man.
to respect it.
Gotta start negotiating somewhere.
Thank you. Yeah. We'll talk ingredients too, man.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm
Oh,
absolutely
so you're gonna
dead.
take on tasks. You're not just an idea
Oh,
man.
of course. Of
Yeah.
course. No.
Facebook marketing.
Okay, well then we can talk.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm a well
20's looking
machine.
more well-rounded now.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Just
a
not the
doer.
idea guy.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got oil on these gears
Yeah.
over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of the team.
Congrats on your new closure, dude.
Thank you, bro. I'm out of here.
It's a huge account. It's a big one for you.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. I don't need this podcast anymore, dude. We're starting a hot sauce
Just found a
brand.
new full-time gig on the pod.
Love it.
Bro, these sounds suck. I can't work this dropout, dude.
Shh. He doesn't know that I know this super secret serum hack. Watch this.
What is that? What did you just do?
Dude, it's a one-button drop, baby.
Let me see this right now.
Excellent Sound's brand new preset pack, Drops Only Volume 3, is out now. It includes 100 of the best drop-ready basses, little to no processing needed. No plucks, no pads, just bass. Go to excelentsound.com to pick up your copy today, and don't forget to use code TheExcellentShow for 10% off your purchase. Let's get you back into the video. All right, Danny, you got it. You have to bring this up, dude, because this is something like super serious that we got in really deep.
I need water.
The state of mid-tempo.
Yeah, state of mid-tempo.
State of mid-tempo.
So Parker,
not to be confused with a state of trance.
right? Exactly. What is going on with mid-tempo? Parker and I started. There was definitely like a wave that sort of happened a couple years ago, 17, 88, whatever.
The distortion tempo.
The res, yes. So like, there was an aspect where like,
no, res kept it.
Res keeps
civil.
It right.
Yeah.
Okay, but there was an aspect where it was like, I was really enjoying it.
Yeah,
and it feels like it never really got any bigger at that point.
Right.
So you have Death Pack.
Frank's dying.
Frank's
high as
dead,
fuck.
dude.
It's just Alan.
What? Because Rez kept it simple.
Frank needs some sunglasses. He needs some sunnies, dude.
You need a break, bud.
Frank just gets me.
It's just the way Alan says shit. I'm sorry, keep going. I'm good.
Oh no, we'll wait, Frank.
Don't comment on me laughing because then it's harder to stop.
How can we not comment on it when you're the loudest fucking thing in the room?
I move the mic away, dude. When I'm out of control, I move the mic away. Oh, okay.
Maybe we should move on to another subject that's more fun.
No. This is good. This is good.
No. This is serious business.
Yes.
Just give me.
I feel like there's you. Like when I think of like mid-tempo artists, there's you. There's Death Pack.
I already don't like that you think of me as a mid-tempo artist.
That's where I'm putting you in my mind. Whether or not that's true in your sake, that's just what it is to me. Right?
Okay, that's fine. Fair.
So, Rez. And then there was like Blank, but now he's doing like sad boy stuff.
Blanque.
Why do you think it's sort of just, it feels like this, I guess. It feels like it's just kind of started really hot and then nobody's been essentially be able to take that sort of genre to a newer, exciting, more.
Except for Rez.
Yeah, in a sense. And what she does is really good too, but even that, I'm not like, it doesn't satiate me. I don't know. Do you feel that way? I guess you don't make mid-tempo. I mean, what would you consider yourself if you had to put yourself in sort of a genre?
I don't know. I can never answer that question.
Right.
It's just its own thing. I think I don't really. You can try to put an analyst on it and tell you that it's like this is that genre or whatever, but
we all love labels, don't we?
Yeah. And the other thing too is me and Danny love heavy ass mid tempo, like metal shit, like just buzz basses everywhere, fucking the craziest
glitches and all that shit.
Glitches.
For me, the pinnacle is Gesaffelstein.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yes. Exactly.
I love that pronunciation too.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that's what it should. It should feel like.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hate and Glory, Pursuit, like those are like, or even like. Maybe even Old Justice too. At a certain point,
there's a couple ones on there too.
We need more of that.
But yeah, so we have moods. So we really like the heavy shit, but then we also like and understand the other side to it too, like the res, you know. But it doesn't satiate that hard. Like we're gonna go in the pit and listen to mid tempo. You know what I'm saying? And there hasn't really been anybody to do that. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily like where mid-tempo needs to go. I feel like maybe it just hasn't taken off in that type of way because it doesn't work as well on the dance floor as other things.
It doesn't.
Tough.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I already know this about mid-tempo. That doesn't stop me because that's not really my goal.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just using. I fucking hate mid-tempo. The name. I can't bring myself to say it again.
You're gonna have to come up with your own name
Death
for
House.
it, man. Death House. I like that.
Yeah, Dark House.
Dark House.
Dark
Love that.
House.
That would be so much Dark House if it
That's
referred
way
to that
sicker.
to that speed and that
That's what I've
sound
been
palette.
saying is Dark House.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
way better.
That
I love
feels
that.
better already.
Yeah, let's. We're gonna
It's like
refer
tech
to.
house is like a thing. Dark house.
We're gonna refer to mid tempo as dark house for the rest of this podcast.
No, we're just gonna call One True God Dark House, and then everybody
Correct.
else can fall in line.
Yep.
How's that sound?
It's a good label name, Dark
Right.
House.
Yeah.
How does that feel when you're because you play mostly like 105 to or 100 BPM? Like, what is your set like BPM range usually?
It ranges a lot.
It does.
Yeah, but I play just original music.
Okay, so all your music so it's from anywhere from 100 to like 150 or
Yeah, 100 and the fastest I think is 135.
okay. So whenever I've tried to play anything in the 100 range, unless it's like twerk trap, it feels like it's very difficult to get the energy moving on the dance floor, sort of like what you
Yeah.
speak. But I get
Yeah.
what you're saying is like you're putting it more as like a presentation of a show, the visuals and stuff like that. And that's just kind of more your artistic expression of it.
Yeah, I want
super
people to
sick.
just kind of take in the whole universe live.
Right.
They're not there to like throw ass. I mean, they throw ass.
It's got to be
Yeah.
Don't get me
still-
wrong, it happens. It happens.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like more, that's why I bring so many like elements and moments into the
Right.
set to make it memorable, because I know they're not going to be like headbanging on the rails.
Right.
It's a different kind of experience.
Yeah,
I
and
hear what you're saying
Yeah.
for sure. That makes a little bit more sense. As
And
far
it's
as,
not
like,
worse to me or better.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just different.
It's also digestible. You have vocals on your songs.
Yeah,
like,
that's a big part of it.
Mid-tempo
Huge.
does not have any vocals usually. It's just instrumental.
Yeah.
And
we're
that's-
talking Dark House now.
I know,
Well, no,
that's
that,
why I'm
that
saying.
can be mid-tempo.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
mid-tempo.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's why I said mid-tempo.
There are some a couple mid tempo smashers that work
sure.
great on the dance floor.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
I-
feel
I
like
have a-
those are really good in moments. So you're playing a set that's wide ranged, and then
Yes.
you have like the same thing as like compared to psytrance. Like
Uh-huh.
a moment of psytrance goes off, but a whole psytrance set.
Yeah.
Good
Great
call. Huge point.
Unless
yeah.
you're in China.
Yeah, so they don't.
Don't
give a
get me
fuck.
wrong, I love psytrance.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
down for a psytrance set all night.
Yeah.
I'm just saying to the general public that we see.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I agree. I feel that way though. I like a couple side trance drops in the set here and there.
Yeah.
Because it plateaus and peaks, but
Well, that used to be drum and bass, but now drum and bass, everyone's like ending with that shit now too. Like you would drop a drum and bass song in your set or two, and everybody's like, "Oh, they're playing drum and bass."
Yeah.
try to
Now
put-
it's like more and more and more.
I try to play more than the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, I had a point, but I forgot. Go ahead.
fucked you up.
Can we talk about your new album?
Sure.
So what is the? I've only heard through the grapevine about it. So we're friends with Zach Coca Cobra, and he came over
I was
here.
going to say that's a small grapevine there because not a lot of people really know what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. So, it was literally only Zach. So
Yeah.
I was talking with him because he was using the studio to mix one of your songs or whatever songs that you guys are working on together.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a chance to hear it because he was in and out pretty quickly. But I hear are there some sick collabs on there? Is it
yeah.
going to be mainly like you? Like,
There's I can list the collabs.
yeah, that would be sick.
I don't know if I'm supposed to, but whatever.
We'll cut it out if we have to.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. It's so there's a song with Coca Cobra,
Amazing.
possibly a second one, but I'm not sure right now. It's looking like it might not be.
Cool.
Lucille Croft.
Oh, nice.
I just released one that's featuring Renee again.
Nice.
Because she's like my favorite vocalist. I think I might be missing something. I'm very high, so I'm not the most. Yeah, I don't know, something around those. But those, yeah, Lucille Croft, Coca Cobra. The Tech Thieves.
Nice.
Oh, the Tech Thieves.
The Tech Thieves.
Don't know.
Okay.
They're an incredible duo. We like started producing music around the same time, like together. We were like in groups, producer groups and stuff like that. And he went on to create this incredible sound with his girlfriend, and
Dope.
she sings and he produces.
Wow.
And we collabed like a year and a half ago or something like that. And the song was like my number one song for such a long time.
Wow.
So we're doing like a follow up to that. So I feel like people will be really excited because it was so high up there in popularity
That's awesome.
for me. I mean,
Do you
Yeah.
have a schedule for when you're trying to get it out by, or is that kind of just...
yeah. So all the schedules are already solid. I'm just like in super power mode right now, getting everything done, all the visuals and the music itself. I'm still working on it. The first single off the album's already out.
Okay.
And I'm just plowing through all of the work right now to get it all in on time.
And are you continuing with the 3 weeks sort of formula, or are you taking a break because it's the album and you want to
I
kind
already did take a break.
Oh, okay, nice.
So I took like 7 months off.
Nice.
And now I'm releasing every 3 weeks one single. And on the time of the 5th single, the rest of the album will drop.
Awesome.
That's huge. And how many songs are on the album?
Hopefully 10.
Awesome. So that's a really awesome strategy right there.
I was gonna say he's one of the only people I know that's like, oh, I'm putting out an album. It's not all done yet.
Sick.
No, yeah, I like that.
But
It will be.
Santi told me that you work better under pressure like
So
that.
I took 7 months off releases and did absolute jack shit.
Yeah. You refilled your tank.
Yes.
You got into hobbies.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the tank got filled.
Yep.
But, and don't get me wrong, breaks are super important. I have a whole thing on like work ethic. But anyway,
I want to hear about
Yeah,
your
I
work
wanna hear
ethic,
about
dude.
it, too.
That's
That sounds
awesome.
really interesting.
just remind me, what was I saying?
Okay.
You were saying that you took a
break,
7
you
month
didn't do
break.
anything?
Oh yeah, and
You didn't
then
do
when
shit.
it came closer to that deadline, I just like, you know, that moment where everything just like connects in your brain.
Yeah.
And you just like make a pose like this.
Yeah.
It just fucking fills you up.
I'm ready.
Yeah. I had one of those and then I've just been in it since.
Awesome.
Sick.
And are you the same way when you get into writing music like you are with other things? Do you get down into like the sort of the obsessive sort of vibe? Is that
I
does that
obsess about everything with my work.
Yeah,
Like crazy.
that's awesome.
Which is why you need the big breaks because you go so hard for
Yeah.
so long. I just took 2.5 months off writing anything at all. Wrote something the other day. We're back. Like,
Dude.
I needed it.
That's what you gotta do.
I really needed it.
As soon as the music starts to feel like a job or anything that you like, I have to make music, you know, like if you have even one of those feelings towards music, then it's like already a bad start.
Yeah, what happened to me exactly is one day I sat down for like 5.5, 6 hours and couldn't get anything I came even close to liking. I was just like, this is do I know how to make music anymore? And that's when that happens, I'm just like, okay, I need
to step back,
huge break.
time
Yeah,
to
dude.
party.
It wasn't fun.
That's
I wasn't
that's a
having
good
fun.
one. Yeah.
Go
Party?
Yeah.
That's so important.
Just do it.
Are
know?
you kidding? Partying is necessary.
Yeah.
It's good for your soul. I found too, like for us, like with even just like we recently took like a 3 month. We're kind of in like a break right now. Kind of, it feels like a small
Yeah.
one, but we took like a 3 month break while we were working on a project. This is like our big project right now, so this is kind of our main focus. But when we came back, we noticed that the quality of work was so much better.
Yeah.
And even though we took that time off where we could have been like, oh, putting out a video every single week or whatever, the amount of growth that we had in that period after taking that time off was so much more worth it.
Yeah.
So it's like crazy when you actually do that.
Big believer in work smart, not hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your work ethic sort of ideals, or
The
what is
thing
your thought on it?
I've been doing it so long, and I only know for my brain.
Right.
And, you know, it's part of getting to know yourself the
Sure.
older you get. And I know that I have maybe like 3 good hours in me a day to work.
Really?
Yeah. But like, when I mean good, I mean like fantastic.
Right.
Yeah. Like even if you're absolutely loving what you're making.
Anything after that can be great, then good. You know what I mean? There's like a drop off of the rating of my work after so many hours.
I see.
And I just know that I have those 3, the window of 3 that are just pristine.
Right.
And I just utilize the fuck out of that. And it's not worth it. It's not efficient for me to continue because it's just, I have other shit to do.
Right. Yeah.
That's a really interesting statement. You know that about yourself. So why are you going to push it?
Yeah.
You know?
Do you guys ever feel like you're like you get these feelings like you're about to create something so much better than you normally do because you've been like either like taking a break in a sense, like you could feel like something's coming inside of you.
Say that one more time.
Like, okay, do you guys ever feel like, let's say after you've taken a break or whatever during with music,
Yeah.
do you ever get that sensation of like, oh man, like I feel like the next thing I do is I'm gonna really, really enjoy and it's gonna be really, really easy and flow out of me. Like, do you ever feel that feeling before? And then other times, like maybe you just sort of make something really good because you're just sort of in that. But like almost like I want to say like
a premonition.
yeah, kind of. Yeah. Do you ever feel that way with some of your stuff? Like after you take like a break, like, oh, it's almost like you've been filling up, like I said, filling up your tank and you feel like you're like, oh, fuck, some shit's going to come out of me and it's going to be fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like a little bit more confidence in a sense.
I have like a more like a macro version of that where I just felt that about my album.
Yeah.
You're just like you just knew you were ready for an album. You're like, it's album time.
Okay,
I'm
that
ready.
Like
makes
I
sense.
said, like the way I work is I like to construct the visual universe of it first, at least conceptually. I don't really need to see it. But once I understand the visual aesthetic of what I'm doing, I'll put myself in that world and I'll just sit in it, and then I'll make the music as if I'm sitting in that world that I've built.
Very cool.
And that's
So
how I
cool.
get the songs to be cohesive with each other.
And so when you're looking for that inspiration, when you are like, okay, it's time for me to start thinking of building this visual world, right? Where do you go to start doing that? Is it just like quiet time with yourself? Are you like online and like looking at images and creating mood boards and stuff like that?
It's more like a weight on the shoulders that just sits there. And you're kind of just peeking in while it's all being built. But you're not even building it yourself. You're just letting your subconscious take control of that.
Okay.
So you just kind of know that it's in the background and it's stressing you the fuck out.
Sounds so easy to accomplish.
Well, it sounds like you're like a channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It
saying.
sounds
Yeah.
like you're a channel.
There's
for
just
it.
something going on there in the background because I keep like putting some sort of attention or importance on it.
Right.
So it's just building and building. And then at some point I get introduced to my subconscious and we talk about it.
Yeah.
So fucking sick.
So when you're designing this sort of visual aspect, it's all in your head. Are you like taking time and like, I don't know, take like an hour out of your day and just like sort of thinking and just
No,
letting it
it's
happen?
all like background work. But then when it hits, I start like, usually instead of thinking, I start spewing. That's when
Yeah.
my manager gets it.
Nice.
I just like whatever he's doing, I just like get one of these moments. I'm like, bang, bang, bang. It's 1 a.m. because
Yeah.
we live together.
Oh,
Sick.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like I have this fucking idea. Like, oh, the show's going to be like this. Or like, I just start going crazy.
I get you. So it's almost impulse in a way.
That's so
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, I get it.
So-
I totally get it. It's like an impulse of just like ideas that are coming, and then you're just going with it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You're like, this feels right.
And then
Yeah.
my manager is such a fucking boss. He's so good at his job. He hears my absolute dog shit rambling.
yeah,
And then he like categorizes it and schedules it and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why the team is so important. Because imagine me trying to do something like that. No
not what you're good at.
fucking way, bro.
you're an ideas man.
Yeah.
Santi is a boss.
Yeah, he's
He knows
incredible.
he knows what he's fucking doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody needs somebody like that in their life.
So do you try to help yourself get to that point of the spewing of ideas, or do you just kind of like let it be?
It's just it's a
and then-
nagging
Yeah.
kind of sensation.
Yeah.
And the closer I am to the deadline of where it's absolutely gonna be not possible anymore.
Yeah.
When like it sees that wall coming, it opens up.
Crazy. And
Yeah.
you trust that process too. You do. do
It's
you get
gotten me
scared?
this far.
Nice.
I can't believe that.
huge.
I'm the exact opposite. Deadlines
Deadlines
ruin
are
me.
great things.
Yeah.
No,
It's like
I
as
don't
soon
like
as I'm given a date and like it needs to be done at this point,
Yeah.
it's just like I shift to that focus to the work.
Right.
And then I'm like, in my head, I just already just know where to start, what to do, and
And you have your team that you're essentially now accountable for.
Yeah.
'Cause I think if you were only accountable for yourself, and there's no reason for you to sort of finish anything. So like if your manager's like, yo, like we got to set, you bring them out all the ideas and say, this is what I want to accomplish. And your manager's like, okay, well, here's your timeline. Now you're accountable to that person as opposed to just being by yourself, essentially. And be like, I'll get it done. Like that. There's something about that.
well, I'm mostly so accountable to myself. Like if I'm
great.
the one who like will hammer a deadline in, and be like, it's gonna get done. I have to say that it's just like being accountable to yourself is important.
Yeah.
It's not just like there is shared accountability there when you have a manager, but it's just like you need to be able to set those deadlines for yourself.
Nice. And when you were doing a lot of collabs, because you said you started with a lot of collab projects first, did you feel any sort of sense of like maybe struggle with believing like you could do it by yourself? Like, did you feel any of that, or was it like, I always know I'm going to end up doing this. It's going to end up going essentially to my project and everything. Did you ever feel a sense of, man, I'm not sure if I could do this by myself because I've been doing it with people?
No, not at all.
That's awesome.
The thing is, though, I'm an extrovert to the point where like the gage's fucking broken on the side. Like I'm never alone. Never. And it's just like sitting in a room by myself creating music is doable for me.
Right.
But I'm not getting that extrovert high during that process. So that's why I would always work with partners. Okay. And right now, one of my best friends in the fucking world, Alex, has been learning how to produce music. For a while, right? That's when we met, and he just was down to sit next to me, and we've been doing it for years. So Alex is just in the studio with me, basically 100% of the time.
That's sick.
And he's just such an amazing energy to have there. He has ears of gold.
Yeah, he does.
Wow.
He really does.
He has such refined tastes in music that I see him bopping, like I'm just confident that it's good. Because like there's no second guessing yourself when you have someone sitting next to you that their taste is fucking awesome.
Right.
So just having that level of feedback in real time does wonders for me.
That's a huge
so
thing,
fucking
man.
cool.
Can I say something about Alex too? Because I only first met him at the 2 reptile rooms ago.
Yeah.
And he has like an energy about him. Like, cause I've seen him before. I'd seen him around. I saw him at a show and I thought
It's that Ghastly show, I think.
no, it was at Dubs. Was where I
Oh, it
first
was
saw
Dubs,
him.
you're right,
And
yeah.
there was an energy, and he was with like he's with a couple ladies, and I was like, who is this guy? And then I look at him, and I go, oh my god, that's Justin Bieber's pastor, the guy that went.
Yeah, and he showed it to me on
I was
your
like,
phone.
dude, that's Justin Bieber's pastor. He's out here, he's drinking, he's having a good time, he's got ladies. Like a bunch of shit had come out about the pastor guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think that's him. So I would just see him, and then I would see him again at shows and shows and shows. And then came to find out that he was a good friend of yours.
Yeah, one of the closest human beings to me on the planet.
There's an energy about him that you notice him in a room, right? So when I first actually got to finally like meet him, we like knew each other, but we had never actually met. Super cool guy. Not Justin Bieber's pastor, apparently.
No. I
was
thought it was too.
convinced.
He
Yeah.
showed me the picture on
It
his
looked
phone. I
just
was like,
like him.
oh man, he's at it again.
Yeah.
He's at it
He's
again.
probably,
Oh my God.
He's probably played a pastor though.
Yeah.
Pastor.
Yeah. He is also one of the nicest, most pure-souled human beings I've ever met in my life.
He's the most helpful guy. He's so caring.
He wants nothing but greatness for all the people around him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And he helps me a lot in my personal life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
as well. Just like takes on a lot of like the responsibility of keeping me a human being. Because I tend to go off the rails. And yeah, he's like very good structure for me. He's a very organized person, and I'm the definition of unorganized.
Right.
So he kind of like keeps me on a track.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And I'm so thankful to him for that.
And now he's opening up and closing some of your shows.
Yeah, he's played all of the shows except one.
So sick.
That's
and the one
amazing.
show that he wasn't there was the Atlanta show, which sucked.
Oh, wow.
It's like a yin and a yang
Wow,
sort of
man.
vibe. That's so sick, man.
Yeah.
I can feel that. Definitely feel that way with Parker sometimes. I don't mean to get all sentimental, but for sure, like there's like some people that you just know you're gonna work better around. You're gonna be able to be yourself, the best form of yourself. You know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah.
more myself when I'm around him than I am without him, you know?
That's cute.
And what a blessing for him too to be just starting to learn music and get to learn from fucking one true God.
Dude,
Can you imagine?
he announced his project and then went on tour.
That's so sick.
So dope.
That's so sick.
Yeah. I think the other cool thing too is I'm just touching on it again. You said that when he's in the room, you trust his refined taste in music when you're playing him ideas. And like a lot of people on the internet, they're trying to get into these feedback streams to hear feedback on their music, and they don't have that in their life.
Yeah.
You know, and they're looking for that online. And I think it's really fortunate that you found somebody that has that.
Me and him do that to each other. Like, we really are always constantly checking our thoughts against each other's all the time. Like, it's like it extends outside of music.
Yeah.
We give each other, like, we keep each other in check in a way for a lot of life stuff as well.
The definition of a valuable friendship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like a bromance, dude. That's
yeah,
sick.
bro. It's so interesting to me because, like, I do rely on my peers and those people I look up to and people I'm close to for feedback on my stuff, and then do apply most of that feedback most of the time. But I work by far the best by myself. Like, I hate having other people in the room when I work.
Would
So
you say you're
interesting.
introverted or extroverted?
I would say I'm a full-blown extrovert, but I just think, like, if I don't want anyone to hear how shitty the beginning of my production process is. 'Cause
Everybody's is
I know,
shitty,
but I
though.
feel like it starts at like a completely different shit level than everyone else's. Because I don't know. I just
Maybe
can't.
it's like a
everybody-
private thing for you. Like
Yeah.
like an expression is like it's maybe you feel. I mean, I'm getting super deep, but maybe
Yeah.
you feel like very vulnerable in the sense when you're creating something, and maybe it's just a very private moment for you, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's probably exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's like a little thing. You know?
I got a little thing.
I just figured you out, bro. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of The Excellent Show. This episode is brought to you by XLNTSound.com. If you're an EDM producer and you need some serious sounds, make sure you guys go to XLNTSound.com. They have everything you need from Serum presets, project files, remakes, and even free downloads for you guys. And check out all these different testimonials that all these heavy-hitting EDM producers are saying about XLNTSound.com.
And on top of that, use code The Excellent Show at checkout to save 10% off your next purchase.
Thanks, Excellent Sound.
Let's get back to the episode. Alan, so
Interesting.
we're talking a lot about like collabing and having people in the room and stuff. Who would be your like dream collab for One True God? It could be a singer, it could be another producer. Who would you love to collab with that you haven't already?
Rez would be amazing.
That would be super crazy.
Super doable.
Yeah.
That would be really crazy.
it is doable.
Yeah. That's gonna happen.
Does she
I'm
do
surprised
her
it
own?
hasn't already.
Me too.
To be honest
Yeah,
with
Me too.
Does she have her own vocals? Does she sing?
No, as
I don't
far
think
as
she does, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that would be a crazy collab.
Yeah.
Like a match
I
made in
sent
heaven.
her a vocal a while ago, and she liked it a lot, but couldn't get into, that inspiration mode with it.
Yeah.
So I actually ended up using that for a song that I got with Valorant. So
Nice.
That's dope.
I'm grateful for that, at least.
Yeah.
You
awesome.
snooze, you lose.
That's happened so many times where like people say like no or something, and then I end up just like proving them wrong. Well, I'm not saying I proved Rez wrong at all.
Yeah.
Not in that case. I'm talking more of my PTSD with labels and
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, to collab with Rez would be like a dream come true for sure.
Well, crazy enough, Rez actually watches this podcast. So,
Yes.
Rez,
Yes, she does.
this is your opportunity. He's willing, able, supple, and ready to go.
Supple.
I like Rez a lot because her music is tasteful in the genre.
Definitely.
And yeah, it's more towards like what I would say is more like Gesaffelstein.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself making any music that's like not for the four drums and like break beats or just hip hop style drums or
Yeah, I've made a lot of stuff like that.
yeah, for this project?
I even have stuff like that with
Yeah?
this project. Yeah, early on I did like a couple hip hop songs.
I am familiar with one of them actually. Now that I think about it.
It's just not speaking to me right now.
Okay.
So whatever you're vibing with, you're going with.
Yeah.
That's why you're not concerned about putting yourself in sort of a genre label.
Yeah,
or something.
I
that
just
makes
did
sense.
like a dance hall pop song, weird, like, I don't even know what I did. I'm just like letting it flow.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
If it brings me to like a 140 BPM, then it will. I just haven't had that mood.
Right.
That's awesome.
Are there any artists right now that you're really excited about that you're sort of seeing, like maybe on the come up, or maybe somebody that you've been like,
Well,
really
watch
listening
out
to?
for French Drip
French Drip? That's
Yeah.
right.
French drip, dude.
because that's gonna be a thing.
Nice.
And I like Loon. It's nice to be touring with two artists that I would name, you know?
yeah,
That's
for
awesome.
sure.
That's so cool.
Who else? There's this dude Malix that's really fire.
Nice.
Or Malik's.
Malik's?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Yeah, it's worth checking out.
Yeah?
Especially a song called Ghosts.
Okay.
It's fucking dope.
Shout out Malik's.
But yeah, he's just a really talented producer. But I don't know. I don't have my ear to the ground that much.
Yeah. Just something that's just inspiring you at the moment. Like, I love to find that out about like what people are listening to, what they're really enjoying. And maybe it doesn't inspire their writing, but it just makes them feel creative in some sort of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's cool to always hear that. We try to ask that to everybody, basically.
You said so on this last tour and all your recent sets, they've been 100% original music.
Yeah.
Do you?
Well, it depends on what you say is 100%, because there's like some moments where I did like remixed Zed's Dead song, so I play that remix.
That's.
But then
yeah.
I mash up a vocal, I sing over top of that a different vocal from one of my other songs.
Yeah. So essentially.
But yeah, essentially. Oh, and there's like a drop that I fused together from Malik's also with one of my songs, like a mashup.
Nice.
But other than that, it's original. Yeah.
Do you? At any point did you get like frustrated that like you weren't playing anyone else's stuff? Like, do you get excited when you think about doing a DJ set about like playing some of your favorite songs that you've heard that aren't yours?
I don't really approach DJing like that.
Okay.
I don't have the experience of like DJing like in like the set of like this is a party kind of thing. I've
Okay.
always kind of just tried to create some kind of experience like story wise with the songs.
Yeah.
Even when I wasn't doing all original sets, I'd still consider it that way.
Okay.
So it's all like I don't like on the fly DJ. Everything is like in a list for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a performance.
Yeah,
Almost like a
exactly.
band going out there and playing all their songs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
dope.
you're singing, so that makes sense.
I wasn't always singing. This
Yeah.
tour was the first time.
Oh, really?
So you were singing on top of all of your originals the whole set.
That would be insanity. I don't have the cardio of Britney Spears. No, it's just like select songs. Maybe like I sing maybe like 6 songs or something.
That's so sick, man. That is an experience.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are kind of looking for more than just like the CDJ experience
Yeah.
from artists. You know. So
Yeah, it almost doesn't even make sense for me to be performing on CDJs anymore. I think I need to
Ableton?
explore other forms of expression where I could do more in the style that I want to do more.
yeah, we had Trevor Said This Guy on last week, and he's on Ableton in like the live mode, and he has like pianos, and he's like doing all these weird transitions without CDJs.
Yeah.
And he's not into CDJs at all. You know?
Yeah.
You're
So-
pretty good on the keys too.
Yeah.
You should be playing some keys up there.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool that like there's an aspect of electronic music where like we could get into more of a sort of if we're artists, we're not just like producer DJs. We're artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and sort of creating that sort of
live
a presentation of our art. You know, we have obviously you have to have enough of your own songs to sort of play.
Yeah.
But like just that aspect of it is kind of lacking. I think in the beginning, like I would just think about like Skrillex or something, you know, like he plays all his songs, but he's also like DJing sometimes, you know what I mean?
He's DJing.
Yeah, he plays other people's music all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be sick to see just more of that, of like you're going to your favorite artist and they're playing their music like essentially like a band would
Flume
do.
does it.
Yeah, Flume does that.
Porter.
Yeah.
I treat it like a concert.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to like get that library? You know, or
A while. I mean, I took my time. I wanted to make sure that I built One True God as a sustainable streaming project first.
Yeah.
And then the live stuff became heavy only once like the agent came into the picture. And we just kind of attacked it. But I was on that music side of it for like a really long time, like the streaming. Sorry, I'm super high again.
No, dude, it's all.
What was I saying?
You're saying you're just you focus on the streaming.
No,
before live.
but why was I saying that?
Oh, we were talking about
The performance of being an artist.
building your library.
Yeah,
of-
building your
Oh,
library.
yeah. So I had so much music already because I was focused so long on being a streaming project.
Yeah.
So when I stepped into the live, it was easy. I just have so much to work with.
Did you have to play like the playlist game, like when you first started with when you were uploading songs, or like how are you getting your name out, like when you first started?
So it's kind of interesting. I started getting my name out because when I started releasing music, I did this thing where I emailed every YouTube promotional channel that posts music that sounded like they might fuck with it. And I just did this like a job, basically. Like
Sick.
I was just like sending to as much as I can. And then I got some like big uploads and people started getting curious about the music and the brand. But then I just was always focused on YouTube from the very beginning. YouTube is like the best platform. I
Fuck
think.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I don't focus on it at all. It's probably a mistake.
But yeah, it's just
You do
like
now.
I was just trying to get the name out through YouTube basically, and then on Spotify it just organically started to catch, and there was like, you know, a couple years where the sound wasn't where it is now, and it was just like the foundations, like the building blocks of OTG was a lot more stripped down. So like that stuff got its own hype and following in a way, but then as soon as I combined it with like what it is now, that's when it took off.
Cool.
But yeah, it was just like once I got on that every 3-week schedule, I just saw all the numbers start going up in uniform. And then at some point something will happen and it just catches. Like it caught the attention of the Spotify playlist people,
Right.
just because we were pitching songs, you know, the submission forms and
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
Every 3 weeks.
Every 3 weeks. So it's like, and I like to think like the name One True God is like hate it or love it, you'll remember it in a way. You
Sure.
know?
Yeah,
Like
100%.
If it offends you a little bit or if you like it, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna like, what is this artist One True God? Like what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to think that maybe that caught somebody's attention and they just like checked out the music.
What a great fucking strategy.
Yep.
To get your music out there. That, sorry to cut you off, but I have a comment on this because it's really kind of sort of making sense. When you were about to release your own music, you took the time to find every single YouTube platform that releases music on whatever, and you,
In your style.
yeah, in your style, and you, I don't know, I'm assuming you made like a list or an Excel spreadsheet and was like, okay, I'm going to send it to these people. And not only am I going to send it to them, I'm going to send it to them every 3 weeks, a new a new song. So automatically, just like by you just putting yourself out there that many times in a row, something will eventually
it
be like
snowballs too, because you have the bigger channels and then you have a bunch of clone kind of channels. And if you build a relationship with one of the bigger channels, they just eventually stop asking you and they just upload your stuff regularly when you do. And you have like the other channels that copy them uploading your stuff too, and it just snowballs out.
That's amazing.
And then you have like other big channels that hear your music because they heard it on that other channel. So it's like spreads.
So what made you like come up with that sort of strategy? Because I mean, back in the day, it was like, let's all email EDM blogs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's get on
Exactly.
the super thread and have somebody email our
Hype
songs
machine.
I just
Yeah.
saw two very smart people do that successfully, and I decided to try.
out. Smart as fuck.
Let's go, dude.
People
That's
could
awesome.
still be doing that right now. Think
Yeah.
about it. If somebody sends you an email every 3 weeks of their song, and that's what they do, they put songs up. They're like, oh, here's this guy again. Oh, here's this guy again.
and
oh,
it's
this
quality
one's sick.
music too.
Yeah.
They have to.
I'm
Yeah.
doing that.
It's a numbers game almost,
I'm
kind of,
I'm
at
doing
that
it.
point.
I'm officially going to do that.
It's a grind.
Yeah. That's awesome that
But
you were
like,
able to
you
do that.
can't just put music out and not grind.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Eventually, the machine builds itself. It's
Right.
like, a snowball, the classic example. You have to just build those ground roots, get the thing rolling, and once it's rolling, it starts attracting stuff to it. And you don't have to work anymore. It's just like,
Right.
obviously you have to work,
yeah.
but you don't have to like solicit.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
There was like a book called like 1,000 Real Fans. I never read it, but I'm pretty sure it has to do
The
with like,
SoundCloud Bible.
yeah, it has to do with gaining like if you can just gain 1,000 real fans, essentially you can sort of build a foundation and a platform to sort of build off of that. But it's that beginning stages of the grind like you're talking about and finding a creative way to maybe go about it that maybe other people aren't, to sort of give yourself that sort of edge, which is fucking great. I think that's great advice for people that
I got no edge. I'm going to do that exact thing.
I just said you do YouTube now. You're on a fucking
Yeah.
YouTube.
That's what I'm saying.
YouTube is the best platform.
For
I'll tell
sure.
you why. First of all, it's the only place where you can upload your long form, like full content.
Yep.
Which is like Spotify takes my artwork and 8 seconds of whatever visual I give them.
Yeah.
On YouTube, I have a 1080p plus window of my brand perfectly represented, done by my team,
Right.
unedited, untouched, not formatted to anything. That was the original format. So they get the original format of my work,
Yeah.
which is the best. And also there's comments.
Yeah, the feedback from the community.
Yeah. So you start to build communities that talk to each other in the comments.
Damn.
You
And-
can't talk to anybody on Spotify.
Yeah. And Spotify is like such passive listening, especially with like the radio and playlist culture.
Oh yeah.
It's very hard to convert real fans because as good as you are, even if you get their attention, you might lose it because there's going to be something else. It's like forgettable, when you're listening in playlists. But when you stumble upon content on YouTube and you see that there's a community and you see that there's a wide variety of things you can experience on this channel, you're a lot more likely to become a fan.
100%.
Damn, these are fantastic
And
points.
also too, your senses with Spotify, we're only stimulating our ears, right? So
Yeah.
we can only remember. But also on YouTube, you have the visual aspect of seeing something, whether it be like a visual or even just like a picture, and then you can connect that to your brain a lot easier, and you'll remember somebody a lot more.
And then the next time they hear that song and they are just listening, they immediately picture that visual in that universe.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
But also, a lot of listeners and fans don't know what DJs look like.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
a huge aspect.
Yeah.
Like
That's
when
true.
we went to EDC, like people were running up to us and we were like standing next to like way bigger producers than us, like ginormous. And like they just didn't go up to him because they didn't know what they look like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they have billions of streams online or whatever, but they don't have the visual
Honestly,
aspect.
I feel like sometimes seeing the person, and that's why I don't show myself on YouTube, ruins the magic. Like I
Really?
remember loving Pink Floyd with all of my heart growing up as a kid. and just being so immersed in their universe that when I kind of just saw them, I felt like, wait, these are people.
Interesting.
I get what because you are presenting more than just an audio sort of experience. You're creating an entire package where everything is sort of you're creating a world. So that makes sense, I think, for what you're doing, for sure. I think for us, it's a little bit different because our brand, our content, or our product is us, essentially, in the video. And yeah, sure, the music's a part of it. But yours is essentially the world, the music, the visuals.
I treat it like my releases like episodes.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Do you think YouTube is still, I want to say, bangable? Is it still banging off right now?
Still banging off.
Yeah, dude. I was trying to come
You
up
think
with,
it's still like a solid platform for people to start getting into?
Oh,
like
yeah, absolutely.
if you were to start a channel like today, you could still do it, right?
Yeah.
That's what I always believed in as well. And like we have people in the studio that are like, oh man, we missed our chance to do tutorials, or like we missed our chance to like make a YouTube channel for my music.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
YouTube, when done right, is the best.
For
and
sure.
just like can be also lucrative, it's like it's a great platform.
Yeah. All the content that I consume, even if it's audio. I mean, I fucking hate going on Spotify and like searching something. I'd rather search it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And if it's a podcast, I want to, for some reason for me, I want to watch it. I just, even if I'm not even fucking looking at it, I want to know that there's people or things that I can look at.
You're just ignoring a whole other sense.
Yeah, exactly.
You're also a YouTube kid, Danny. You don't like Spotify. You don't.
No.
Excuse me for a sec.
Yeah. You don't really go on Spotify unless you have to.
Yeah.
But you're on YouTube 110% of the time.
Fucking love it.
You have an AirPod in, dude. You're fucking YouTube.
I'm driving with YouTube, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
I love YouTube.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I watch so many podcasts. I prefer to watch podcasts than listen.
It's because it's giving you, especially for ADD kids, we're fucking addicted to stimulation.
Yeah.
So just having auditorial stimulation, which is good, is sometimes not enough.
You know what I started doing, Danny? You inspired me.
Huh.
I started watching golf videos on the treadmill, dude.
Great.
My head's down like this. I got the YouTube thing, and instead of listening to music, I'm like watching golf.
You're learning.
And it's weird and crazy, dude, because I usually have to listen to music.
Right.
I can't listen to podcasts because it's talking, but the visual aspect really helps. Like,
dude, imagine if we were able to figure out a way how to release content. So we're hitting our two senses, right? This is like super stoner thought. We're hitting our two senses.
We're stoned.
We're hitting the visual side. We're hitting the whatever the fuck your ears, right? We're stimulating ourselves, sonically, mentally too, especially with the tutorial. What if you could figure out a way how to like release smells and shit like that? Like, I wonder if that would be, or taste, or like
that would be cool.
They have like 4D movies where they.
But think about if you could somehow create your content to include more senses or tactile things, like if that would
that'd be
fucking
cool.
Change the way that people consume content. Patent pending 2012, copyright excellent sound partnership with
I saw Avatar on shrooms in 4D.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of something.
And that was fucking wild, dude. There was like wind and fucking like water spurting out and
Damn, the
mist.
new Avatar?
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
I heard it was amazing, but you have to see it in a movie theater.
Yes. I didn't watch it at home.
I can't do the 3D glasses bullshit.
They hurt after like 30 minutes.
I can't do it.
No, they fixed it, bro.
It's so annoying.
They fixed it.
Really?
The new shit, it doesn't hurt your eyes anymore.
Really?
I don't understand
That's
what
awesome.
they did.
Because it used to hurt a lot.
Yeah.
It's the other things. It's the things outside of 3D. It's like if you're looking at the screen on your peripheral, you might be seeing like people in the seats.
Who's paying attention to their periffs, dude?
No, it's there. I can't. Bro, I went to Universal Studios and they had the whole 3D thing, and every time I fucking put it on, I'm like, dude, this looks like shit.
Bro, did
Like,
you go
it
to
doesn't
Nintendo
look-
Land?
Yeah,
Was it
sucked.
fucking no,
It
dude?
sucks.
Don't say that to me,
Yes.
bro.
You want to tell you why?
Tell me why.
Okay, so the reason why Nintendo Land sucks is first off, there's one ride, just so you know.
No.
There's one ride.
No, bro.
The rest of the park is all like
I was so excited for
Parker's
this
so
shit,
sad.
Frank.
Go ahead,
listen,
Parker's so sad.
it's smaller than you think, so it was really surprising. If you go, first off, if you want to eat at the cafe, good luck, because you can't make a fucking reservation until you get there, and by the time you walk in there, it's all booked up. So you can't eat at the cool cafe. There's one ride. It's small as fuck. If you want to go do the other experiences, which are essentially like little mini games for you to play, they're not rides. You're talking long ass lines for mini games, right?
Yeah.
You have to buy those bracelets, right?
Of course.
Right?
A
Okay,
fast pass.
sure.
Fast pass.
No, it's not a fast pass. It's just so you can participate in the mini games and get points. Guess how much one of those cost?
$35.
$45 fucking dollars.
I was close.
For one.
I was close.
So you and Dasha go. You're spending money to get in there, right?
Then
Not
you're
only
spending
that,
another
then you're spending
$70.
$90
Yeah,
to
that's
get in, to be able
crazy.
to participate in these stupid fucking mini games.
That's insanity, bro.
The only cool thing was we did the Mario Kart ride.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Buzz Lightyear. You know how it's like kind of a game, but they have these goggles on, so you're like seeing
Like
like
shooting shit.
yeah, but it's also like kind of weird. So it was cool. The line was way too long. Definitely go experience it, but like expect like I was so pissed because I was like, dude, I already spent fucking and you know me, I don't care about spending money
Yeah,
for a
you don't
good
give a
time. I
fuck.
really don't give a fuck. But I walked in there and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I just spent $250 to get in this goddamn theme park.
That's
I gotta
fucking-
wait fucking forever. You might not be able to get in. I'm going off. Reservations only, right?
Fuck.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about fucking
Nintendo
stupid ass
World.
Mario World, right? Fucking Universal,
It's
bro.
not good.
Sucks.
See,
Exact
that's what I
reaction.
said too,
His
man.
exact reaction.
So just so you
I
know,
was so pissed, dude. We
there's-
waited years for this.
there's one ride. Okay, it's the Mario Kart ride. It's dope. Okay, everything else in the park.
Okay, so far so good.
Yeah. Okay. So everything else in the park is related on mini games. So there's lines everywhere for people to play these mini games, and it's like it's almost like a carnival game. Like stop this before it happens. But in order to play those
Is it like Mario Party in real life?
no, it's not.
Oh,
but that's
man,
what
that
they're
would be
trying
so
to do.
sick.
In order to play these games, you have to buy the bracelet, right? But the bracelet's not like $20. It's $45 fucking dollars for one bracelet. So if you bring a
Fair.
chick, that's fucking $90 you got to spend to wait an hour to play a mini game that lasts fucking a minute, right? So at the end of it, I would say, yeah,
Are the
it's cool
games
to see.
fun though?
They didn't look that fun. I saw.
you didn't
one-
play them?
No, because I was like, I'm not paying $90 for two fucking wristbands,
All right, Alan.
and I couldn't eat the fucking cafe with the fucking mushroom burgers and shit. Fucking fully booked for the day.
Quick side note.
I'm upset.
We could tell. Quick side note. I went to Orlando semi recently, and I went to freaking Harry Potter World out there.
Is it cooler than Universal's?
It's amazing.
Better
it
than
was,
ours.
it was very, very dope.
Yeah, Universal. I've always wanted to go to the Florida ones. They're supposed to be lit as
Dude,
fuck.
it was sick. I also microdosed some mushrooms before I went there with my family.
Nice.
And
Awesome.
it
Your
was-
mom and dad.
No. Well, my dad and all my brothers, and me and Tanner, my closest brother, microdosed some mushrooms. I actually hit a little harder
You
than I
so
expected.
freely have a closest brother.
Well, in age.
Oh god,
In age.
I'm like
I
I love
thought the
him the
same
most.
thing.
My favorite
I thought
brother.
the same
Yeah.
thing,
Well,
dude.
well, Tanner's my full brother, and he's 22 or 23.
Okay.
And then I have two baby half brothers, one that's 10 and one that's 6. So
Got it.
yeah,
Closest.
closest in age.
Harry Potter
I was
ride kind of
confused.
sucks though too. Like those like visual rides. I think they kind of.
Oh,
suck.
dude, I don't know. I went on this. What's the bank called? Frick, I forgot.
Oh, Gringotts.
Yeah, I went on this.
Oh,
ride
they have
through-
another ride there called Gringotts.
Dude, it was so sick.
Was it a motion ride? Like,
Motion and visual, it was so sick.
I can't do that anymore. The older I get like fucking vertigo and shit when I get
man.
off those fucking things.
Alan,
Sorry,
so,
go ahead.
Yeah, this had to do with Nintendo World and stuff.
Oh, my bad.
What is your favorite Mario Party? What do you think is the
4
4? Okay,
or
Great
3?
fucking game.
I like 3. 3 is my favorite.
I think 3.
That-
Which one had the beanstalk jump left and right?
I think that was 4.
4.
Yeah, that was 4.
I did love that game.
4 was great too.
But 3 was great, dude. The new Mario parties were ass.
Yeah,
That makes sense because
Yeah.
you like the board
Yes.
games, and it's a video game board game.
Yes.
which is great.
Yeah.
They're so much fun, but like
And I
fe-
love mini games like Pokemon Stadium.
Me
Yeah.
too. I
Yes, dude.
loved Pokemon Stadium.
those were the best.
Love Pokemon Stadium.
Who's your character when you're doing Mario Party?
Boo.
Boo. Oh, sick.
I have a tattoo of Boo right here.
Let's go.
That's dope.
Nice.
I'm a younger sibling, so my character is always Luigi.
I was Luigi too.
If you have an old, I don't know about your case, but like my sister,
I didn't know people actually picked Luigi.
Yeah.
You have to if you're a
Never
younger
seen
sibling.
it. Never seen it.
Luigi's tight.
Luigi's over here.
Never seen
Luigi's
it.
the man.
My sister was older and she would always get Mario, so I'd always have to be Luigi. So I was like, fuck Mario.
Yeah,
Luigi's tight.
my friends would always pick Yoshi, and then you're
Yoshi's
like,
a big
"Fuck,
one.
man!
Yeah.
Like, what am I gonna pick? I
Dude,
guess Luigi."
I got talked into going to the movie theater to see the Mario movie.
I heard it's good.
I mean, if you like pointless movies.
Damn, dude.
Are you
I'm
even a
getting so
fan? Like, are you a
disappointed.
Nintendo fan at
Whoa,
all?
whoa, whoa! You didn't. You said the Mario movie wasn't good.
I mean, it was cute. It's just like I 5 minutes in, I was like, oh yeah, I don't like personally enjoy movies like this.
I think you'll enjoy it.
I
Okay.
watched it.
I want to see it.
I'm a fan,
D-
dude.
I
If
think
you're
it
a
has to
fan,
do with your
if you're a
age.
fan of Mario, I think it's everything
you
it
saw
should
it?
have been.
Okay.
I
Did
loved it. I had
great.
my face hurt from smiling.
What?
That's so epic.
You loved it that much?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that's not my type of movie. Like I like really dark fucking.
Dude, have you seen Beau is Afraid?
It was awesome.
What a
Is
masterpiece!
it
Yeah.
4 hours long?
It's
like
real
3 hours.
It's 3 hours.
Dude,
Fuck, I want to see it. It looks dope.
I liked it.
You laughed, right?
I laughed a lot.
Dude, me and Santi were the only ones in the theater dying of laughter.
Oh, our whole theater was laughing.
really?
The whole
well, I mean,
theater.
to be fair, there were like 3 other people. in the theater.
A24's got all the bangers, bro.
Yeah, dude.
And that guy's the one who did Hereditary too, the director. I
And
think.
Midsummer.
I was
Really?
watching interviews with him last
Yeah.
night because I just watched Beau is Afraid,
It's
so I just
so
went
good.
on a dive.
Yeah, he's
I'm like,
crazy.
wow, this guy's dope as fuck.
Yeah, he's dark.
I loved it. There was the only thing. There was one section of the movie that I wish was a little bit shorter. There's one thing that I felt
You
was too
better
long.
not say the play.
Not the play, but when he was standing there thinking about the play.
You're kidding me.
That
bro.
was the only that
was my favorite part
I was,
of the movie.
I was like, I love everything about this. I just wish this one.
I was
part-
so captivated.
I was too for the first half of it.
Dude, that
was
was
like,
my
okay.
favorite part.
What about? So did you grow up with like? Was your first video game system a Nintendo?
Yeah, the gray and purple. First and
So Nintendo 64.
No,
Super
it wasn't
Nintendo.
it wasn't Super Nintendo.
Okay.
It was before. It was
How
one.
do you not know this, Frank?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I never-
that's why he's not into Mario.
The purple. I'm
That's
sitting
what I'm
here
trying to figure.
horrified.
Purple and gray,
The
I
good
know.
purple and gray. I'm like, oh my god.
I thought he had a special edition N64. It's not even purple; it's blue, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's purple.
No, it's purple.
No,
Yeah.
the little the slider thing
Yeah,
is purple.
they're
Like
purple.
the smallest part
Believe me.
of
Oh, you
the
mean
whole machine.
GameCube? Isn't that purple?
No, that is
too?
purple as
Yeah,
well.
that's
but
a purplish.
yeah,
It came in purple.
I never I went when I was young. I went through spurts of playing video, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is like probably my biggest spurt of like being obsessed with the game, but it never lasted too long. And I always just preferred to go outside and skateboard.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm just like there's a
I mean,
fandom.
that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a nostalgic thing that I'm wondering that maybe not be hitting you. That's hitting it for us. That's why I'm
Correct.
asking.
1,000,000%.
Grew up because
100%.
I remember the Christmas that I got the first Nintendo with my sister, and we were just fucking over the moon. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
dude.
saying? So that's why I was just kind of curious about that.
No, yeah, that you're yeah. I don't have a lot of nostalgia when it comes to that.
Right.
Yeah.
I have deep love with all the characters.
Yeah.
Me too.
Deep love.
Me too.
Are you more of like a Mario guy or more of like a Pokemon guy?
Oh, I had phases with both. I don't know.
That's a weird comparison.
Equally, I guess. I thought you were gonna say it was Mario or Zelda.
Ooh, that's tough too.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I'm more Zelda for me.
I only really liked one Zelda game, which is Ocarina of Time. It's definitely the best game.
Yeah,
but
me
I didn't
too.
really
It's
like
probably
the
the one I
Nintendo
played.
versions.
Ocarina of Time is also my one and only Zelda game.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I did enjoy the latest one on the DS.
It was good.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But it just didn't have that same world that Ocarina did.
Yeah, Ocarina was incredible.
I think that's the only one I've played.
Shit.
Yeah, I think that's the only.
I own one.
You have
I
an Ocarina?
Yeah, I have a
That's
Zelda
so
Ocarina.
sick.
I love how
It actually
fucking
plays.
nerdy you are.
Yeah.
I fucking so
Dude,
stoked on
Of
that.
course you have
It's
one.
it's blue as the Triforce on it.
Oh, that's so
I played the
badass,
Song of
dude.
Storms on it.
Let's go, dude.
This guy.
I
Do
would
you ever
wanna-
watch? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I would play. I would want to play Saria's song. That was like always my favorite.
It's a
Man,
bop.
some of the
Yeah,
best
that's a
music.
bop, dude.
I haven't seen the Zelda orchestra yet, but I will.
Oh,
catch that.
sick.
Ooh. Are they still touring?
I
and
don't
shit?
know. I really hope they are because,
I'd be down.
That'd be cool.
yeah, right?
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen the speedrunning community of like the old games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the way people can beat Ocarina of Time and
Oh,
like,
it's so insane.
and then,
Have you seen people play Mario 64?
Oh my
speedrun?
God, bro. It's so sick.
The jump to
yeah,
glitch through
the
walls.
backwards jump.
yeah, dude.
And you could do 1 star, 20 star, 70 star. There's like a YouTuber guy that I follow.
This
that
guy
like,
is a YouTuber.
yeah, I fucking love that
What's,
shit.
what's the N64 record? It's like 9 minutes
Well,
or
there's
something?
there's different, but
What?
somebody just
Yeah.
broke
The whole game?
Yes.
In 9 minutes.
No,
Yes.
it's in 72. I forget, but like the 72 star record, there's
Yeah.
like 72 because you can glitch and do different ones. You can
Yeah.
do 1 star and beat the game. Somebody just like surpassed, and I want to say it is in the 8-minute like mark, but I'm not entirely
I think
positive.
that's the one that I
might have been
watched
20 star.
recently. Like,
Actually fucked up.
6
And when
months
they're
ago.
like employing glitches to get it done.
yeah. And
Yeah.
like
That's
these
kinda
these
lame.
these
no,
glitches,
dude, it's so
you have to
skilled.
be in like it's a 1 pixel glitch, like meaning like the
Really?
amount of accuracy, and also when it comes to these type of video game things, they're figuring out ways how to program the video game by moving the characters, like altering the fucking code of the video
By
game
moving the
by
character
like
in a-
like pushing up 4 times and then to the right, like they figure that shit out. It's fucking crazy.
Damn.
So I saw this dude on TikTok that produces with a tube TV. So his instead of like a screen, it's a tube TV that's like this big, and he's like doing like tutorials on it. And I think that's just so fucking cool.
At least it's something
and, like,
interesting.
You would
What's
probably
cool about
make
that?
Yeah.
It's
like
his thing.
it's an aesthetic, and like you would probably create different music if you were like on
That's true.
a tube TV. You'd probably
I'd start with like a candle. You light a candle, see how that affects your music.
fuck the tube TV.
Maybe incense.
Start with a
Alan, do you have like a bent like Samsung like screen that's like this?
No, I'm a laptop producer.
Okay.
Me too.
I don't like screens at all.
Oh, interesting.
What about monitors? Are you using any monitors at your house, or are you all headphones?
Oh no, I have a studio.
Okay, so
Yeah,
It's
you're-
a really, really nice. Is Atoms or Atoms in there?
No, they're Genelex.
Channel X. Yeah,
the
the
Jennies.
Are they modded red?
I should, right?
Yeah.
I think they do that.
He has a super sick OTG is it neon light?
It's a neon.
Neon
yeah.
light
Oh,
logo
that's sick.
behind the computer. It looks really dope in there.
I like that.
You're for sure a Raphael, huh? Is your favorite fucking Ninja Turtle?
Haven't thought about it for a long time, but yeah. Is there a game coming out with him and he's like the lone?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, it's a movie. Or wait, no, it is a video game.
It's
yeah,
gonna be
you're
like
right.
a Dark Souls Ninja
Fuck
Turtle.
Yeah,
let's
dude.
go.
And he's like all of his friends are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so Raphael.
It's so Ninja Turtles gets dark.
Yeah.
Gets
I have a
dark
theory
quick.
that you can that I could guess people's favorite Ninja Turtles when they were a kid based on their personalities. Not
Yeah.
just because of the red, but like,
Mine's so easy.
well, okay, so actually I
Come
have
on, mine's so easy.
No. You're one of two things. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. So
No.
you're either a Michelangelo or a Leonardo. Okay. Leonardo's a little bit more like sort of
Looks more like a Donatello to me.
Dude, that's an insult. I know what you're saying right there. He's questioning your sexuality by calling you Donatello.
Dude.
Donatello's really smart and like very artsy and
I'm kidding, bro.
I want to say I'm gonna go with Michelangelo.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you
wanna
like to
know
party.
You want to know the only reason?
You're extroverted, ADD,
Extroverted,
skateboard.
ADD, skateboard, and because back home the best pizza spot was called Michelangelo's.
There you go.
So I just think of
So
him.
it's a
and
double
then I think
whammy.
I think of the best pizza, and I go, oh, it has to be him.
You really do have like I could see you as like you have like a little bit more drier sense of humor.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's very Raphael. Sorry, I'm getting into it. But
They were supposed to not reveal like who the last Ninja Turtle was in the game, and people just guessed because they were showing the weapons in the trailer.
wait, what? What do you mean the last? I didn't. Which
So
one?
not familiar
so
with
the
that.
new Ninja Turtles game, there's a Lone Ranger turtle out of all of them, and all the other ninjas are dead. And then they
okay.
guessed.
because
Everybody
they showed the
guessed.
size.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
what
it's
was the
just
guess?
like-
Do you remember? Because I don't remember.
It was Raphael.
It was? Okay.
Yeah. But then like the news came out saying like that, oh, it's not Raphael, and they have the ghosts of his friends coming back to help on missions and stuff. So like you don't
no.
really know. Yeah. So
That game's gonna. Please don't fuck it up.
I know
whoever's
it
making
has
the
to
game.
be so sick.
That's hard
it
as
a-
fuck. They're all dead.
Yeah,
I hope
bro.
it's not like fucking EA or some shit.
Yeah.
EA.
Yeah, no, that's not. I hope it's not EA either.
unlockable skins of
Unlockable shells.
dude.
Did no one here play Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
I
you
loved
kidding
it. Yeah,
me?
You did?
Bro,
fuck you up.
We're all pros, dude. I would destroy
Bro, that
you.
song
easy.
Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's where that obsession with that song came from.
The
for
best
me.
snare in the
Same.
world.
I would retry until I get that song.
First
You
song
just
in the
press
game when you
retry and the
until you
music
get the
changes.
song. Yeah, I
you
used to
get
do
the
that
song.
too.
Yeah.
You'd want to get your song that
Yeah.
you fucking played.
it would always be the first when you first loaded up the game, the first song on that level every time.
But once you played Skate though, it was like you fuck Tony Hawk.
I didn't get into it
dude.
past
Yeah,
you wanna-
I never
this-
got into
So,
Skate
dude,
either.
okay,
A little bit.
This is how pumped me and all my closest friends. My dad owns an outdoor movie company. He goes around like super fancy parties in the Hamptons and like builds giant movie screens, like puts on a movie for these parties and
Like a backyard
townships
movie
and
thing?
stuff.
Yeah.
That's
drive-in,
cool as
drive-ins, everything. Movies in the moonlight. Check it out. So the day that Skate came out, we set up my dad's biggest screen, which is gigantic, in the front yard. In our front yard, hooked up the Xbox 360 to it and played Skate for 7 hours.
Oh my god.
The
Holy
reason why that
shit.
game is so great is like you could do a kickflip on Tony Hawk every time and never land it.
Yeah.
But with Skate, you're actually getting better at doing the tricks because you have to use your thumbs and get it like exactly right to do it.
And if you already knew how to skateboard, the physics and the
Yeah.
way you moved it, you already knew how to
Yeah.
do the trick. It's like, wait, pull this back up, controls the back foot, throw it forward, it controls the front foot. That's how you do a 360 flip.
Yeah.
Like, you knew how to do the trick the minute you learned the controls if you knew how to skateboard.
And they're finally making the new Skate.
I know. I was pretty much out at like past Skate 3. They were adding all these.
great game.
Yeah.
I only played that one fucking level in the fucking LA River sewer
Oh,
thing.
that level's
and you
fun.
just bomb the fuck out of it
Fun.
and then try to get as high as you can.
Fun.
Like lay down.
Yeah.
game.
That's the
The
only
coffin,
thing that
the
I would
coffin.
do. Yeah, that's
So
the only
fun.
thing I could do.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to take 15 seconds to let you know that Excellent Sound is running a limited time bundle for their most highly anticipated and sought after production suites, Gorilla and Redacted. With over 400 multi-genre serum presets, 50 custom wavetables, and 6 of our most coveted Ableton Project File remakes. This is the perfect suite for any producer out there that wants to make genre-bending music. And guys, I literally use these sounds in every single one of my sessions. It's over 5 gigabytes of content. It's a no-brainer. Use code EXCELLENTBUNDLE at checkout to save now.
This is the To Be Frank segment.
I was going to say
Welcome.
let's let it expand.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
let it
if-
articulate.
if it happens. You know,
Just if
there's
you
some
guys think
intense questions.
If you guys think it sucks, then just move on. Okay, Alan, would you rather be 25% happier, but the catch is you would have to walk 25% slower?
I'm already a slow walker, man.
You have to go slower.
That would be the worst.
But you'd be happier though, so like, would you care?
But I wouldn't be happy about walking slowly, so it would cancel out the 25% immediately.
Oh yeah.
I'd be 25% more upset that I'm walking slowly. So I might as well just not do it.
People who are slow walkers get so much shit from people.
Yeah.
I'm a slow walker too, and constantly like my girlfriend's like, "Will you hurry up? Like you're." It's almost like she thinks I'm like walking slow on purpose, and I'm like, "No, this is like my speed. I don't know how to like."
I'm a
hurry up."
sloth.
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
And I go on walks with my manager, Santi, who's like 6'5".
So his legs
And he
span.
has like fucking these godly legs. I always say like one giant step for mankind is one regular step for Santi.
Nice.
So it's like I have to like almost jog next to him.
Right.
You
And that's
know?
tough. That takes effort.
Get to
Not-
burn some cows when you're on a walk, dude.
I don't mind a slow walker as long as they're not slowing me down.
You're a New Yorker. You do not walk slow.
I walk fast.
Yeah, it's a thing in New York.
I walk fast.
Oh, do you know what I realized too in New York that I've been going and,
What?
and noticing? What? Okay. New Yorkers, you ever notice if you're in New York, nobody ever runs into each other?
No, dude, we're good.
Because New Yorkers just look where they're going always. So
Yeah.
if you're walking towards somebody, they're looking to where they're going. So you don't ever like get this thing, with somebody where you kind of go back and
tango?
forth. Yeah. Because New Yorkers know just to if you see me, you see where I'm going, and nobody ever fucking gets in the way. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's a pretty crazy concept. We look where we're going.
Well, right?
so
That
wait.
doesn't happen anywhere else in the
I
world.
actually have a crazy question for Alan about this exact thing.
Let's
So
go.
when I lived in Italy, I would get bumped into all of the time, like nudged shoulders. So I was there when I was 16,
Yeah.
and other dudes, like Italian dudes, would just like try to shoulder check me on the streets, and then they would like look at me like I'm crazy. Like, did
That
you
sounds
have that
awful.
experience when you were there or no?
So when I was in Italy, I was from 0 to 1 years old. So I didn't get checked by anybody.
You never got pressed in
Never-
Italy?
I was getting pressed hard in Italy, dude.
I was from 0 to 1.
That was probably on purpose, I would assume, because you're American. And
Yeah, but I never had that in any other country that I visited.
yeah.
It was strange.
I do want to go and visit.
Italy's incredible, bro. I'm going in August. Woo,
we
woo.
should just
Nice.
have an
I've
Italy
never
trip.
been, and I want to go so bad.
Just make it happen.
Well, Italy producer camp?
Yes.
That'd be
That
fun
would be
as
so
fuck.
sick. Yeah, for
In the
sure.
homeland?
Yeah.
The homeland, baby.
Yeah.
I
want to
family.
go where that Counter-Strike Italy map is.
Back to fucking Counter-Strike.
Is Dust a real place?
I wish.
Like Dust 2 and Dust? No, he needs it for the look
you've,
ads.
you've never heard of the D-Dust Island?
Dust in Mexico or some shit? I feel like Mexico would be the place where they made Dust. You guys don't know what the fuck we're talking
No.
about.
I've heard of the
No,
game
Dust is fucking Middle East, man.
Oh, yeah, that
There's
makes sense.
Arabic writing everywhere. It's
Maybe it's
definitely
in-
desert.
Dubai.
I doubt it.
Okay. Would you rather have spaghetti for hair or sweat as mayonnaise?
Spaghetti for hair
Or mayonnaise as sweat?
or
yeah.
mayonnaise as sweat.
Mayonnaise.
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 That's rough, man.
I could just continue shaving my head.
Oh.
And
Okay.
I'll have a delicious bowl of pasta every day.
A loophole, dude.
Dang.
you
Well,
just
not-
out-thunk your ass,
Well, you wouldn't
dude.
have one every day. You'd be growing spaghetti hair real quick if you had a full bowl every day.
That'd be delicious, bro.
Well, I don't know.
Head pasta?
Sorry for letting my imagination run
No,
wild.
that's great. You're creative.
Wait, how?
Think outside the box. I love it.
What if the spaghetti
Beat
grew
your
back?
stupid game.
no, it wouldn't be growing that fast.
Yeah.
I know, but what if it grew back at the same same
Putting
speed?
stipulations on it now.
Don't be ridiculous, Alan.
You'd have to wait 3 weeks to get another bowl.
But there ain't nothing you could do against sweating mayo. Just straight up.
You're
Yeah.
fucked.
You're
totally
You're
fucked.
you're the mayo kid.
You'd have to eat a lot of sandwiches.
Just straight up the
I
mayo
fucking
kid.
hate mayonnaise too.
It's gross. I hate it.
I hate
Unless
it.
Dude, do
sushi
you have-
mayonnaise.
So far, you've given me the easiest would you rather questions with clear, objectively correct answers.
Yeah, well, you're finding goddamn loopholes, dude. Okay. Would you rather adopt a British accent every time you're having a serious conversation, or laugh every time someone cries?
British accent.
That was quick.
Hands
Easy.
down. Are you
It's
kidding
tight.
me? First of all, I'm not insensitive. I wouldn't want to laugh someone who's crying.
Ooh.
You know?
Damn.
That's disruptive. Like
Yeah.
you can't live like that. But British accent, hell yeah.
Yeah.
If I could do that and have a British accent, I would.
Okay, deal. Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader?
Fuck.
Now we got you.
I think breathe like Darth Vader.
Ooh,
does
that-
it sound
that fits your vibe
Does
so
it
perfect.
sound like Darth Vader when I breathe, even if I'm not wearing the mask?
Yeah, 100%.
So just always just sound like
yeah.
that's pretty hard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard
That's
in the
what I
booth,
said.
dude.
That's
It's gonna be
pretty
hard in
hard.
the booth.
You can hold his breath, and when you're singing, you're not like breathing. You're
You're
talking.
gonna have to, yeah, but like you know how Eminem like he edits out his breaths. Like
Yeah.
you would have to edit out all of the Darth Vader breaths in
It's like-
between.
There's some cool,
Yeah.
There's some cool formant stuff going on
Yeah,
with
it
the
could
Darth
be
Vader
cool, some
breath.
sound
Could match
Oh,
his,
okay.
his formants.
I'm gonna play around with that. Next time you see me, I might be breathing like Darth Vader.
He's gonna marinate on it for.
Would you rather stub your toe or get a paper cut?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Paper cut is more annoying longer,
Yep. Correct.
but immediately less scary than stubbing the toe.
I disagree.
Finally, somebody agrees
Yes.
with Parker.
Yep. Thank God.
So you're for paper
I'm
cut?
trying to decide.
okay.
I'm trying to
We're not
picture.
Oh.
what it would take for me to realistically just like stand there and smash my toe into a table versus how easy it would be for me to just take a piece of paper and do that.
That's
I feel
true.
like that's less hesitation. It's like, oh, give me the paper, done.
Yeah.
But like standing there being like, oh, I'm gonna kick this thing. I feel like that's like more pain anticipation.
So the way I view the question is I don't think it's like, hey, you have to do this to yourself, choose one. I think today one of these is gonna happen. You don't know when.
Yeah.
Well,
Which one would
stubbing
you
your
prefer?
toe is potentially crippling, while a paper cut is a minor annoyance.
Yes.
I can't
Have you ever had a
believe it.
cardboard cut before though? Like from like opening up a cardboard box? Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
just deep.
those yeah, but still, that heals up. But if you smash your toe and it's like just donezoed.
Yeah.
Maybe it tells a lot about your like what's the word I'm thinking of?
Subconscious.
Yeah, like you're much more rather to deal with less pain than to get it over with.
I
Like
get
sort
it.
of like ripping the Band-Aid off or taking it off slowly.
I'm ripping it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I rip it every time.
Ripping it.
Yeah, but
dude.
you're not. You're going paper cut. You're going slower.
You're
Oh,
not-
yeah.
Yeah, but
Slower,
when it
but
comes
less
to
painful.
Band-Aids, I rip them. So I don't know if we have that correlation.
All tough dudes rip off Band-Aids.
But wait, when it comes
Bad
to
boys rip.
Band-Aids,
Bad boys rip.
Bad
I don't want to
boys
get
rip.
roped into the
That's a
other
good
side
t-shirt.
of the Band-Aid
That's a good t-shirt.
club.
Bad boys rip.
Bad boys rip.
In the description down below.
I got a couple, Frank,
Okay,
if you
cool.
need.
I mean, I got one more good one, I think.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Oh, yeah. Would you rather have to hunt for everything you eat or eat McDonald's for every meal?
McDonald's
I
every
knew
meal.
it. I knew that was going to be the quickest one. I knew it. That's great.
I mean, that's a rough one, man. I would try to hunt because I would do it like intelligently.
Then forget about all of your goals in life.
Yeah.
You're back to the Stone Age, my friend.
yeah, but dude, we got freezers.
everything you're going to be living meal to meal, hunt to hunt,
No,
my
dude,
friend.
but we're
could
still in
develop a
this.
system.
We're still in this world,
You could
where
develop
are
a
you
system.
gonna Where are you gonna hunt?
I'm gonna go to the mountains dude.
Every single day?
No, I'm gonna hunt a deer and then I'm gonna drive back and then I'm gonna put it in my freezer.
That's true. You only have to kill one thing, and it
Yeah.
lasts you for like months
Yeah,
sometimes.
and then I'm gonna go back up there and
good
Go
workout.
take out a moose, bro. You're good for
because
like
dude,
30
McDonald's
years.
every day, bro. Like you're gonna be
They
slow.
have salads.
I knew that was coming.
Do they though?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They're more
I didn't know
fattening,
that.
I've heard, than the burgers actually.
I've heard that as
I
well.
did not know
Because the
that.
dressing's like thick as fuck.
It's tasty.
It is. We love McDonald's though. We love McDonald's. All right, I got a super deep.
All right.
Would you rather? Okay,
Let's do it.
it's about to get serious, guys.
I got my
Because they've
questions.
been
All right.
insanely deep so far.
yeah.
Riveting.
All right. Would you rather have multiple save points throughout your life where you could restart, or
This almost over almost anything.
or have a new game plus where after you die you start your life over with
Isekai.
all of the knowledge and skills you've acquired?
An isekai from anime. I would have to do the life after life thing
Life after
rather
life.
than save points.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Wait, can we hold on? I don't think I'm understanding the question. This
I
is
get
an
it.
anime question, huh? So is it
No.
you press pause on life, or you get
So
to
look,
go back to that point in
the
your
first,
life?
the
It's
first
more of a
option,
video game thing.
Yeah,
Checkpoint.
It's a video game thing. So you have multiple checkpoints that you can go back to within your life.
So you could do a quick save right now.
Yeah.
Years later, you can just come back to this moment.
And then
Exactly.
change your
And then
change your
start
future.
over.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
do whatever you want to do.
Oh, okay. Or you have to essentially start over as like somebody new.
No, you just
Like that's what the other option, right? If
Yeah.
you
no,
die,
you
start over.
restart your whole life over with the knowledge that you had.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Actually, well, wait a second. So you're restarting your life. You're not going on to a next life. You're
Yeah,
not
I-
reincarnated.
No.
Okay, then it's checkpoints, obviously. I mean,
get
it's
smarter.
moot and obsolete to restart every time without being able to pause and come back, because you fuck something up when you're like 10 years old. You have to wait till you fucking die to restart.
But how bad could you fuck up when you were 10 years old?
No, but you have plenty of options. Let's say you fuck up when you're 30 years old.
Okay, but still, like, how badly? Like, you're yourself. You're gonna still be Alan.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
just tell me why I wouldn't rather take the checkpoints, because I could relive my whole life anyway just by going back to a checkpoint.
And change it.
But
to
I
be
just have
something new.
way more fucking power this way.
Yeah, I agree.
You know the future.
Not to mention, I can do that classic thing when you get mad at someone, checkpoint, walk up to them, beat the shit out of them, reload the. You know how you do the NPCs?
That'd be sick.
Yeah, but you could be, I guess, you could be reliving your same life with knowing everything that you had from the past life.
But you can do that with the checkpoints. It's not like you lose your memory when you go back in time.
Yeah, but you can go different. I mean,
There's literally
Yeah.
not one reason to take the having to slowly suffer through life every time to change one thing.
In
I guess.
other words, it's
Oh,
moot.
Maybe
Yes.
maybe the catch is when you're going, you can go back to checkpoints, but if you die, game over.
Oh, okay, then I take the one life thing.
Right? Because then there's like there
True,
is a
true.
it sounds great, but like you essentially could be doing all these different things, but like if you don't go back to your checkpoint in time, you could die. You could still die at any time.
Right.
yeah, I think it's probably a question of, do you live in the moment, or are you looking at the bigger picture of how you want your full life experience to be?
Right.
I like that
Right?
question.
But you have more control of the bigger picture if you can get into detail on editing your life, which is why I feel like the checkpoint system is also the bigger picture system.
But if you go to checkpoint, everything starts from that point essentially for your life. So any decision you make, everything's still
And
going
you
to be
can't
new.
go back. You can't go back before that checkpoint.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
you only
another-
get one checkpoint?
No, you
Well,
can't go
it's-
back.
it's-
I don't. We're changing the rules now.
It's a quick save, like you said.
Oh, but so you can't do multiple quick saves.
I mean, I don't know how many folders you have. You know?
Dude, I love.
How big's your
Like,
memory card,
play,
dude?
Do you play like multiple campaigns on games?
No, but for example, when I played Skyrim, I had a save at every major decision so I can go back and see what happens.
Smart.
Oh.
Without having to replay the game again from scratch and go through all the bullshit.
Did you save at
Bullshit.
Red Dead Redemption 2 at the right before the end of the game? Did you play Red Dead Redemption 2?
Just the multiplayer.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't want to ruin it for people, but there's like a decision at the very end of the game where you can essentially
Yeah.
play with. I mean, fuck it. I don't care. The game's been out forever. You could play with the same character. Either the character that you're playing dies, right? And then you play with the old character from Red Dead Redemption 1, or
Yeah.
you do your save and you can play as that character forever, essentially.
Okay.
In the original, so.
Yeah.
Went in on that one.
So I have probably the most important question of the entire podcast, and we just didn't ask this
Producer
yet.
Fireball.
No, but we should do that after.
Fireball.
This is the most important
Is it my
question.
question, or is that what you're thinking? Because I'm trying to get on your wavelength right now.
You are on my wave. I think
Okay.
you're vibrating.
All right,
You're
go ahead.
vibrating. So, Alan, who is the hottest DJ right now?
Oh my god.
Like looks wise?
Yes.
Thank you. Who's the hottest dude in EDM,
Frank.
dude?
I knew. I don't know. I don't know how I knew he was gonna do that.
Frank's pretty good looking. I'll give it to
Yeah,
you.
he is. He's a
you.
fine
He looks
looking
like John
gentleman.
Mulaney.
He's like a better Diplo.
How dare you?
Tell the story about my first time coming to your house.
You do kind of look like Diplo. a
Yeah,
little
he
bit.
was heading over to my house for an after party after Space Yacht. And I was standing smoking on the balcony and I'm watching him pull up and he's wearing like this black hat. And I was sure it was Diplo. I went inside and I'm like, yo, who invited Diplo?
Yeah, and I got upstairs like, yo, I thought you were Diplo. I was like, nah.
That's so funny.
Honest mistake.
So we haven't had a double pick yet. So we should make a chart of everybody's picks, and when somebody gets a double pick,
They win a
they
prize.
move up to the next level.
Well, he said Frank, but it sounds like you're saying Frank because he reminds you of Diplo.
No, I prefaced with a better Diplo.
He did
Okay.
say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So-
Diplo wouldn't be enough.
But are you? Would you say that there's somewhat of an attraction to Diplo? Just curious.
Am I attracted to Diplo?
Yeah, because
No.
if Frank's a hot dude, and you're saying he reminds you of Diplo, but he's
Yeah.
a better Diplo.
I can say he's hot without being attracted to him.
God damn it, Diplo's hot as fuck.
See, that's Danny's number one pick.
He's like Harrison Ford at EDM, dude.
Yeah.
He's so
Who,
hot,
Diplo
dude.
is your pick?
Yeah.
So you're trying to relate with me.
I was trying to. I thought we were
Sorry
getting
for
there.
shooting you down.
No. I mean, I mean,
I
obviously.
just we have the better Diplo. Why do we need
Yes.
Diplo?
Oh. I just wanted honesty. You know what I
Right,
mean? I just wanted to know
honesty.
where we stood. So,
Yeah.
and that's fine. We can have difference of opinions. They think other guys are hot. I'm just all Diplo.
Oh yeah, I rate and judge men all the time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was?
I'm honored.
Who was? Lasha.
We could tell you. Yeah. Do you want to know like all the other
Yeah.
people?
Do you want to know
what
the
they've said?
other?
Sure. Curious.
Who said me? How many people?
Everyone
Sorry,
actually.
I'm sorry. No, but
I forgot what
the
Lasha's
reason-
was.
Lasha's was Gesaffelstein.
Oh yeah.
which was a great pick.
Yeah, good
and
looking
we just
Frenchman.
never thought
Pretty
of
sure
that.
he's Jewish, by the way, too.
Really?
He's
Oh,
not French.
Incredible.
He's French Jewish.
Yeah,
I think he's
French
a French Jew. Yeah.
Gesaffelstein's part of the tribe. That's awesome.
Gesaffelstein.
Gesaffelstein. Is that the
sounds so much
correct
better.
pronunciation?
Yeah, from Alex. And Alex
Oh.
is French, so
Damn.
It sounds like a German name.
Alex is very
Gesaffelstein.
French.
yes.
Oh,
he's
it is.
very
That
French
does sound
drip.
a little German.
French drip.
Is he friends with him? Does he know him?
No,
Has
he's
he
not
met
friends with him. But me and him met because of Gesaffelstein. Me and Alex met.
Really?
Does Alex have music out right now?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Well, maybe in the next month.
No.
Okay.
We're working. We're gonna work really hard on that.
Okay.
Wait, so can you elaborate on that? Because that's pretty sick. Did you guys meet at a concert or?
No, so Alex has been following me since Nintendo days.
Wow.
And he like really always liked my music, and then he one day had tickets to Gesaffelstein concert, and someone bailed on him, and he thought like who better would appreciate it than One True God, right? So he DM'd me and asked me if I wanted to go with him.
So
sick.
sick.
What a baller move.
What a baller move.
Yeah, the problem is it went to that, you know, that fucking requests folder?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And I didn't see it in time.
Oh shit.
So I missed the concert, but I saw that message and I started just chatting with him, and I invited him to a show I was having. It was like a really small show in like a Masonic lodge, like
Cool.
2.5 years ago or
That's
something.
awesome.
And yeah, I invited him. I'm like, come to my show. And then we just got to talking at the after party. And I remember being so engaged talking to him that I chain smoked an entire pack of cigarettes just to remain outside.
Nice.
You
That's
know?
so
And
sick.
we just like connected super well. And then very shortly after that, we were already hanging out every day. And now we live together.
That's so dope.
That's
I'm
amazing.
so happy you
dude.
met him. Because of that, I got to meet him, and I fucking love that guy.
What a beautiful bromance.
Yeah, what a move
great story.
too, man.
You
What a
guys have met
move.
him quickly?
I've met him. I've met him like introduced to him. We've like seen each other for a long time, but had never been formally introduced. And then we just kind of, I think we both walked into each other, and then we met each other. And I was like, "Yeah, I know you are." See, and then
I hung out with him at Vince's birthday party.
nice.
That's when I got to hang out
It's
with
a
him.
nice young man.
Yeah,
the
and then at
first-
Reptile Room.
Do you know if he's coming tomorrow? I think he's coming tomorrow.
He's kind of busy right now. We're both kind of just trying to juggle life and touring because we just finished.
Yeah.
And it was like a compact couple of weeks of like
Yeah.
events and stuff. So I'm not sure if he'll make it out tomorrow.
Yeah. Cool.
But I'll definitely push him to go.
First time I met Alex, I like ran into him backstage at Academy. It's her Academy, I think, and he's with a fucking slew of hot girls.
Yeah.
Like, so
That's
many.
the first time I saw him.
So
too.
many, so many hot girls. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Literally, and I figured it out.
You did.
He was a pastor.
Justin Bieber's pastor.
Justin Bieber's pastor.
Have you seen what Justin Bieber's pastor
have
looks
not.
like?
Can we
Oh,
please
I
show
you?
him?
Yeah.
Can we please show him? Because like it's funny, but like it's gonna be really funny when you see this picture,
Yeah, I need to know.
and hopefully you show him later on
Yes,
because that's hilarious.
I will.
Show
I'll
what?
have him check out the podcast.
Show Alex like the who we thought he was.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Because that's hilarious.
He'll come on the pod.
Yeah, I would love to have him on the
This
pod.
guy's sporting dick root.
Right.
Doesn't
Sporting
that look like
dick.
Alex?
Let me see.
It's yeah, and you know
little
they're
bit.
both male.
Oh, come
Wait,
on.
what
Dave,
picture
come on.
was that, Danny?
It's the one with him shirtless with Jay Beebs. Hold on. No, this one.
No, you got to show him.
They both have glasses. Yeah, no, you know what? Yeah,
There's
they
a
do
little
look
resemblance.
similar. Yeah, they
So,
do,
if you
especially
s-
in this photo.
Yeah, so
they
if
do.
you saw this as somebody like me, and I just watched the documentary,
Right.
where he's talking about this guy's like a piece of shit, and then I see him with a bunch of girls,
That's so funny.
I love
and I'm
really
like, I
funny.
think that's Justin Bieber's pastor, and I
Yeah.
was like, what? I was like,
He probably carries himself like what Justin Bieber's pastor would carry himself.
Yo, does Mr. French Drip not want the fans knowing the other side?
No, he's okay with it.
Oh, he's okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't know how much crossover there is with fan base there.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some.
collab
You know.
with Carter, maybe.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be a big project.
Yeah, I think so.
That's so sick,
I think
man.
so. I love the name.
French drip.
Sick. French Drip.
He's been learning everything from like my perspective on the industry,
Yeah, that's
like
great.
and producing.
He
and
couldn't
all
be
that
surrounded
stuff.
by better people, yeah.
Yeah, he's been like front row, like and involved in everything I've done for the last couple of years, and those have been like the most crazy couple of years.
So sick.
He goes out a lot, too. Like I would see him at not things like related to like the crew of people essentially that like that
Yeah.
you're sort of hanging out with, but I would see him at multiple different things, just kind of like just hanging out like in the scene. So I was like, oh,
I think
there's
he's-
always like
Go
somebody.
I was gonna say, Danny, you bring that up a lot,
Yeah.
and it's because we come from like bands and like metal,
Yeah.
and hardcore, and it means a lot when you go to shows,
Yeah.
and you show your face,
Yeah.
when you don't have to,
Yeah.
and when you show support for your friends and stuff. So that's saying a lot about him.
Yeah.
He goes and supports his friends.
Yeah, we
and
try
like,
to do that as much as possible.
Yeah, and it's
Tomorrow.
awesome.
There used to be a little guy that used to go around to shows all the time. It was a little person, and he would always be like backstage at Warped Tour, and I would just see him everywhere. I never talked to him, but it was just like, why you start seeing the same people over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, but it's cool.
It's just a what's it called? I got it. Observation. That's the one.
Wow. I feel like I was definitely, especially in like the bass music scene, known as a guy up until like semi recently who was out at everything at all the shows.
You don't go to shows anymore?
No, I do, but I've just pulled. I mean, I know it might sound funny, but I don't want to use me going out as networking as an excuse anymore. Like I fucking know everyone, or I'm acquainted with.
Yeah,
everyone,
there's no really need for you to meet other people.
exactly. So it's just like if I'm out because I want to have fun and I want to party. I'm not going to try to fucking mask it with like, oh, it's networking, it's important. Like I've done it, and I just feel like it's you got to find a balance. There's sometimes
It's important for a lot of people, though.
Yeah, going out should just be fun.
Yeah.
The networking just comes naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are so funny, just jonesing hard.
Frank is the only one I know who is probably maybe like 60% as addicted to nicotine as I am.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking addicted. Yeah, it sucks.
Nice.
I was full balls deep into like Flumes and the other one. What was the other one before Flumes?
Elf Bar.
No, they were the cylindrical ones.
You had a hard time coming
Air
off of it
Max.
too. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was hard, bro. And I just did it cold turkey, and I was like the most like cold, mean person.
Yeah.
And I took it out on Danny a lot because we're
That's
together.
me after like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Me
It's
after
brutal.
me after 25
He had
minutes.
this thing where he was like, I'd never heard anybody like cough more in my life besides like my mom died of pulmonary fibrosis,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is a lung thing.
Terrible.
So every time after he quit, he would start coughing, which is, I was like, that's weird. And it like would instantly trigger me to think that something was really wrong with him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But realistically what it was, and he would be like, no, dude, I'm fine. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like you're coughing a lot. Like I'm worried about you, obviously from my experience. But it was just him getting all this shit out. Now you don't
Yeah.
fucking cough anymore at all. So you
Yeah.
were like totally right. So it was
Man,
like, it's crazy.
I wish I could go to a checkpoint in my life where I didn't start smoking.
Me too.
But you guys, like honestly,
so hard.
it's very hard, but it's 7 days. That's it.
It's 7 days too many, my friend.
Yeah. If you prepare for it the right way, like you can do it.
It's if the oral fixation is a huge part of it.
If I have an unbelievable distraction, maybe I can handle it.
Also, the problem is everyone I know vapes. Like 95% of the people I know have a
Yeah.
vape. So when you look, that makes it so much harder.
I mean,
Bro,
dude, me too,
A
bro.
touch of alcohol on these lips,
Give me a cig.
That's true.
straight back to cigarettes, not even vape.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
My brain works like this. Like, what if they had like a like some sort of because I thought about this because from like being in recovery for drugs, like kicking something like that's like a really heavy drug, or even like nicotine, where you could just go to a doctor and they would just knock you out for a week, essentially, just put you like in an induced coma, and then you would wake up.
If they could just like delete that
Yeah.
addiction,
Yeah.
just
Oh,
like
brain.
edit,
Of course,
and then you don't have to be in a coma for 7
yeah,
days.
because that
That would be a lot better.
But like it's like literally like because like it's quitting smoking, quitting anything that you're really like addicted to or enjoy is so uncomfortable.
It is.
Yo, he quit for an extended period of time one time. He has a tattoo on his finger.
No smoking.
Right?
It
Don't you
says
have a-
no smoking.
Yeah.
He's not. He's vaping. So
Now
good
it's
job.
now it's
That's
funny.
true.
But for
It
a
is
while,
hilarious.
I was just smoking with my left hand after that.
So here's a serious question. If you found out like you went to a doctor and there was something going on with your lungs, do you think that would be enough for you to stop smoking?
I don't want to talk
I'm
of
sorry.
such things.
Keep it positive.
Yeah, keep it positive.
I totally would. What's the long?
Wait, we're not talking about it anymore. I just ruined our guest vibe, dude. Like I'm fucking.
I don't want to speak of such. Longest I've gotten from not vaping, a day and a half. I can't believe how on edge I get. It's
You guys
crazy.
have never tried like the gum or the mints or anything.
I
tried
don't
it.
like the gum.
Yeah, it could be annoying.
Quick break from the pod. I just wanted to share with you that we have an exclusive link in our description containing hundreds of the most accurate remakes in the EDM industry. That's right. I said it. Not only that, we have organized folders containing hundreds of Ableton racks and Serum presets ready to be thrown into your project. This might be too big of a secret to share with your friends, so let's keep it between us girls. You're probably thinking that it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars to get these exclusive sounds, but you'll be pleasantly surprised to see how affordable it actually is. Hope you got a big enough hard drive. Check the link in the description called Producer Vault, and let's get you back into the episode. Sorry, I kind of zoned out there for a
I was
second.
looking at you like you were
But-
about to say something.
But
super.
I was thinking of like of my hot sauce idea, you know.
We're back. We're back. Big
Sorry,
zone
this
out.
is just it's ADD.
Get it.
So I have a question for you. So, are there any like creative merch ideas on the way? Like, what is the priest thing that the collar like?
the chami collar.
I just did rosaries.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
sick.
Like I think we counted how many beads there's supposed to be and everything. Like tried to make it as legit as possible.
That's
sick.
cool.
Wow.
It's like an OTG rosary, and it was also in one of the artworks for one of the songs.
That's cool.
What if there was like holy water and it was like
That's kind of
White
like
Claw
Belle
or something.
Delphine's bathwater.
Yeah.
I could sell my bathwater, call
Yeah.
it holy water.
yeah, dude, that would be sick.
He was asking me all these questions about like what holy water was.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Parker, he had
no
no
idea.
I'm not Catholic, but I know like
It burns you, right? When you get sprayed with holy water, it's like
yes, if
Sounds
it's like
awesome.
acidic,
if you're
right?
Jewish, it burns
Yes.
It goes like
you. Yeah, it's literally just a thing of water that like the priest does like this.
It's just regular water.
So what causes
Yeah.
the tss effect?
But you can't drink it, right? Then you're gonna be out for a week.
No, I think you
You
can
drink
drink
it.
it.
I thought that you
no,
like.
but it's like still water chilling there. People dipping their hands in and shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
that's
know. I
weird.
think like people walk out and like put it on their forehead and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
They
they're
also-
still dipping their
Yeah,
fingers,
yeah,
and
no.
double dipping. And
Yeah.
shit.
I don't mean to
There's
offend-
bacteria and
I
shit
don't-
in there
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
don't want to drink that.
No.
I don't mean to be offensive. It just sounds so freaking silly, dude.
That's offensive. I take offense.
Yeah, it does. You know what else?
It's so silly.
There's so many things we all do that are silly. I mean, people they also
I
put
vape. It's
ash
silly as fuck.
on their foreheads during a certain thing.
So
you know?
silly.
But like Indian people use, you know, they have like the, I don't know what it's called.
dot?
Yeah, the red dot. Like
Ash.
everybody does different things.
Yeah.
It makes them feel good. You know what I
No,
mean?
oh no, I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying to me it just feels so silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not cultured, dude.
yeah.
I'm
We
just
do a
kidding.
lot
Or-
of silly things as a human
Yeah,
race.
just I mean, like, there's probably something that you
True.
could point out about yourself that you probably don't
Everything
realize
is
that's silly
silly.
as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I vape. It's so silly.
I mean,
Just even us as like collecting things. That's just
Yeah,
so
that's silly.
weird.
yeah,
As like
or
a
recording
species.
our conversation like people care.
yeah.
Silly as fuck, man.
Very
Oh
true.
man. I mean, I freaking watch other people talk like
Yeah.
all day though. I love podcasts. It's the
too,
only
bro.
reason I want to do one.
So I guess I
Should
think
wrap it up.
Yeah.
Oh wait, one more thing. Super Fireball producer.
Oh,
Last
okay.
thing.
This is a
Oh
great
wait, I
one.
wanted to give you guys these
Look at this
Wait,
guy.
what are you
Right.
giving us?
things. One True God
Ooh.
lighters
Yo.
because I actually knew they were gonna get me a gift. The beans were spilled early.
That's my fault.
Isn't there enough?
Did you spilled the
I
beans?
told Santi.
Oh, you can't tell Santi.
I know. Well,
Thank you,
I thought he
Alan.
would have known. Like, it's pretty obvious. Oh, we're getting him a gift.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna smoke crack with this later.
So yeah, I wanted to say I appreciate
sick.
the gift. So.
Are you
Yeah,
doing?
thank
Are
you
you
so
doing
much.
these? Are these available? Sponsorship. Go to onetruegod.com to get your. Is that the website?
It is.
Is the lighter available there? Do they sell the lighters on
No.
there? Oh, okay.
Ooh.
And look at the
exclusive.
attention to detail. It's on the right side up, so you don't burn your thumb,
Yeah.
and you could still
And
read
it's a
what
good
it says.
lighter.
Yeah, and it's a Bic.
we have
It's a
excellent
Bic.
lighters. Those
Yeah,
suck.
we got the crappy ones.
Did
in
you
the
ever do
back.
this? Wait, fuck! I didn't smoke him. Fuck. God.
That was really cool, man.
Hold on, it's coming.
That was bad boy.
All right. This is nope.
Oh,
That was cool.
that was super
lie.
bad boy.
That was pretty cool.
That was super bad boy.
All right, we got a last question.
Yeah,
to wrap
super
it
mega
up.
fireball question.
Super mega fireball producer.
All right.
All right, so here's the premise, right? You get to create the ultimate producer, or you get to make yourself the ultimate music producer, right? And there's 5 categories. So you could take these elements from any producer you want. So the first category would be like songwriting, right? So you want to essentially inherit the power of this songwriter, right? So you would have their songwriting. The next is sound design, mixing, mastering, and then producing. So if you could choose 5 of those categories, and any producer that you maybe feel like is essentially you want to absorb their powers.
All right, let's start with the easy stuff.
Okay.
I feel like mixing, sound design, mastering, Skrillex.
Yep.
Going for a 3-banger.
Oh,
I like it.
Yeah.
I'd keep myself as the songwriter.
Awesome.
Oh,
love it. I love
this
it.
answer.
Confident.
And what are the other categories?
Okay, so you already hit mixing, mastering,
Sound
sound
design.
design, and then you just hit songwriting. So the other category would be like producing.
Producing.
And you could go like when I think of producing, I think of like either somebody like a Rick Rubin, or even like somebody who has like
I might have to just give it to Skrillex again.
Yes, that's my guy.
Skrillex with the foursome, dude.
Nice, bro. Congrats, Skrillex. Congrats, son.
I'm not necessarily talking about like the new albums or anything.
Yeah, no.
I'm just talking about like his approach.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
You and most people feel that way.
When-
What do you like about his approach?
It's just every single sound is orgasmic.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be making music if it wasn't for him, honestly.
Even his like rims, like something about the percussion that he chooses. I'm like,
like-
motherfucker.
yeah,
It's like,
it's-
where did you find that sample? Like, it's everything is I don't know. I don't know how he does it. I don't know if it's like we're all like just under the spell of it, like because you know he obviously we all look up to Skrillex in some sort of way, like especially if you're a producer. But it literally feels like everything he does is so good. Like
Yeah.
every element of the song that
You
he
didn't
does.
really love Quest for Fire though, did you?
No, I thought it was okay.
Yeah, there
What's
you go.
Quest for Fire?
The new,
But
That's
the
his
drums,
new-
the
that's his new
non-pop
album.
new album.
I thought the drums sounded fucking
You
incredible.
didn't like it?
I'm not huge on that.
Yeah.
I freaking loved it.
It's not bad,
definitely,
just whatever.
It definitely grew on me. It took
I only
me a
gave
few
it one
lessons.
listen.
Yeah, it takes a
Maybe
few
I should
lessons.
try again.
Listen to Hydrate
Yeah,
again.
it reminds me of Recess. Like, I was very excited about it when it came out. I listened to it. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I had to like give it a few listens through to really understand what's going on.
That happened with that album for me as well, but not this one.
I wanted
Really?
Yep.
I wanted a continuation of Mumbai Power, Fuji Opener, Skrillex.
Yeah, for sure.
Red
That's
Lips.
coming later this year, I think.
I hope. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
not that
better.
I was very happy and it was very inspiring and it's cool, but now everybody and their fucking mom is doing 140 UK based shit. So it's like just like when Jack U came out, it's the same fucking
Jack
thing.
U was even better than Skrillex.
100%.
music.
100%. Agreed.
That
Yeah.
combo there, I feel like that's why I wouldn't mention Skrillex as like songwriting, because I feel like he's not as strong. And when he's coupled with someone like Diplo,
Right.
which is all songwriting and vibe, that's like a deadly combination. That's why I feel like the Jack Hughes stuff is like levels above.
And he's also like you could think of Diplo as the producer in that project,
Yeah.
probably, where
Yeah.
he's like telling
For
like,
sure.
The
Skrillex-
executive
Yeah.
producer.
I feel like that's also probably a collaboration though.
Yeah, I'm
It
sure.
is, yeah.
Because them bouncing ideas off of each other, I can see just being very special.
Yeah. Do we know if we're getting a Jack U 2 or not?
That's definitely not happening.
It's
I
for
think
sure
there's drama.
There
have-
was, but then I heard there might.
No,
Like they squashed it, but like it's going to be hard for them to work together.
they're
I
not.
think.
They're not going to work together again.
Which
Oh,
that's
damn,
it's got to
Frank
be
knows
hard,
some
man.
dirt.
That's sad.
They're not going to
Yeah.
work together again.
Tell us
yeah.
after the pod.
Me and Alan are going to do a little something like that. I'm going to be a little sound designer. He's going to be a songwriter. We're going
Oh.
to make some shit.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Project
I wouldn't
name?
mind actually handing more of that stuff off of like the technical work.
Really?
Because I feel like even right now I'm testing out and I've been working with someone, Zach.
Coco
Yeah.
Cobra.
Coco
Shout
Cobra.
out.
And he's been learning like my taste when it comes to
Yeah.
mixing. So if he's able to mix in my style where it's, you know, like anything I'll send him is already mixed, you know, but like ironing out the details and stuff, shit that just takes me many hours of work that are not necessary. I think it's cool, like
Yeah.
to evolve to that and hand off work. So I could see myself in the future when I have even less time to be having a production team.
Yeah.
And me just standing behind them like barking.
Everybody, like, you
Yeah.
have to have a huge team, like, especially to be, like, insanely. Like, Skrillex isn't in there by himself, you know what I mean?
Especially if you're going to be touring as much as I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you're going to be touring.
Yeah, and you have a very big picture approach to your project too. So like
For sure.
you could assign things to those producers and get a really good result because you see the big picture and you would know how to communicate with them.
I would treat it as a conducting session
Yeah.
where they're like my orchestra and I'm standing behind them with the stick, being like this and then this.
Yeah.
I want more of this. You know what I mean? Just like having other people get to the quality quicker than what I can do.
Yeah.
That's just doing what's best for the song. What's
Yeah.
best for the music.
Yeah.
But that's ways away. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like until I can have a engineer working for me, it's like you know,
Yeah.
not yet.
Awesome.
Not yet.
All right, so I
love
got one more segment and then we can wrap it up. So
do it.
the segment it's just a quick segment. I'm gonna throw some words at you and you're gonna tell me what your favorite thing is about it.
Okay.
All right.
Do you mean like first thing that comes to his mind sort of
Yeah,
thing?
I want to call it baseball, but we can't call it baseball because somebody else called it that, and I don't really like it.
Dodgeball?
Yeah, we'll know because then they're dodging the question.
Yeah, that's not
maybe I don't know. Maybe
Skee ball.
Tennis.
skee ball.
rapid fire.
Skee ball's tight.
rapid fire. I like that. So all right. So
I like skee ball.
first things first. Favorite reverb.
Valhalla Vintage.
Love it. Favorite stock Ableton plugin.
OTT.
Let's go, dude.
Nice.
Favorite compressor.
Glue.
Okay, from Ableton.
Yeah.
Or Cytomix, the plugin.
It is the same one.
Apparently it's not, I heard, but
It is. It says Cytomix on it.
I know, but I've heard that there's an algorithm or something.
Well,
so,
to my untrained ears, they're the same.
so Ableton Cytomic.
Yes.
Awesome.
Just clarifying. Sorry, sir. Don't mean to, just making sure for the people.
Sorry, I'm like very serious to rapid fire right now.
No,
Like in the
dude,
zone.
you're in it. I
for
see
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Favorite soft synth.
It's becoming Omnisphere.
Oh,
wow.
That's a great answer. I love that.
I really got to see how you do that. I'm so
Me
curious.
too.
Favorite show you've ever played.
Red Chapel, Los Angeles.
Sick.
Hell yeah, dude. That's amazing. Favorite mastering plugin.
Pro L2.
Hell
Pro
yeah.
L2. Do you like Pro L2 better than Pro L1?
Yes, because it has a 2.
It's newer.
Simple and to the point. I love it. Your favorite collab that you've ever had? Without hurting anybody's feelings.
That everyone's feelings is gonna get hurt.
I feel like I know.
I
the
don't
answer.
know. I honestly don't know.
Okay.
It's skip
Pass.
that one.
FM from A or B?
I don't think he does a lot of FM stuff.
Not my thing.
Okay. No FM.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
I love that one. Yeah.
Audio or MIDI?
Audio.
Really? So audio.
Even though I'm a lazy fuck, and a lot of the time do end up wrestling MIDI just because for some reason I'm lazy, but when I get into it, audio is better.
Okay. I like that. Favorite monitors?
Genelex.
Genelex. Hands down, Genelex. If you could pick any monitor, it would be Genelex.
It's maybe the newer Genelex, the ones that I have now, but the newer ones.
Is it that one with like the Cyclone?
Yeah.
Those are
I
crazy.
feel like
These
they're
are so
really
sick.
honest speakers.
I just never
Honest
thought you
monitors.
could bump them. They just
They
don't
look
get
like
very
Alien
loud.
and shit.
Yeah, they
like
look sick though.
They do look sick.
That was it. That was it.
All
You
right.
killed that one. You killed it.
Congratulations, Alan.
That's amazing.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps up this episode of The Excellent Show. These guys are Excellent Sound. I am Frank, a.k.a. Ranks, and thank you so much, Alan, One True God, for coming on.
Thanks
that was
for
so much
having
fun.
me.
Let's
I just
clap
wanted
again.
to say one thing. You guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you.
hell
Thank
yeah.
you. You're awesome.
Hell
Really
yeah.
good conversations. Like everyone's handsome and charming.
Let's
Oh.
go, dude.
It's just like a great vibe. The lighting.
Hell yes.
So you would come back?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Man,
Can't
thank
wait.
you. We
We'll,
love
we'll
you.
get that lighting fixed for you next time.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe. That's it. Peace out.
Great job. What a
Peace.
closure, dude.
Love that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
High fives. Thank
High
you, bro.
fives all
so much.
around.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, man. Thank you, man.